the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day.
Sorry, guys. I thought I unmuted myself. I can't believe it.
Oh, damn.
Ah, so professional. Anyway, guys, I'm just saying, in a half an hour, it's going to be the debate. This is the pre-show. Thanks all for coming. Please do share the show and hit the likes. It really, really does help to get the show out to wider. Yes, you want to say something, John? John, Michael.
I want to say something.
I just want to, you tell me that STST said don't be banning people who come with me in chat. But I'm seeing his mate Dave, who's supposed to be moderator for him, add him in chat to bits.
Yeah, that's,
I mean,
that's
what?
kind of double standards, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't moderating, he'd be feeling my foot.
No. Can I just say?
Yeah.
It's about myself though. I just want to apologize.
Dude, you don't need to apologize to anybody, man. Everybody goes through tough times, and like I said, we are here for you, and we do really understand. And like I said, dude, no need to apologize. We care about you, and we just want you to take all the time you need. And it's got nothing to do with anybody in chat. What's going on between Peter and whatever? You guys just respect them and know everybody goes through tough times.
But I just want to say that because for 4 days I've been trying to get on. I got a new screen. I got a new computer screen. For some reason I couldn't get it on. I can now, but it was a pain in the butt. But I just want to apologize because my behavior's been terrible lately.
No stress, man. Like I said, don't worry about it. We understand you're in a tough time at the moment, mate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to try.
No stress.
I didn't want to cry. I'm sorry.
No stress, man. Like I said, don't worry about it. Just take it chill and just we're all here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Circle Cast's my mic seems low compared to everyone else. I don't know.
Not to me.
Okay, it's on max everywhere, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, now
I'll just sit closer.
It's just extremely loud.
Okay,
now it's extremely loud.
I'm just sitting closer.
Okay.
Because my children do love playing with the knobs on the audio deck, so. But anyway, I'm here. Thank you guys for coming. Glad you could make it. Please do hit that like button, share the show, as it does help to get out to a further audience. And I think this is a show that has to get out to as much people as possible. Yeah. So, Deadly Dave was timed out, Michael. Yeah, for ad homing, correct?
Well, I don't know. I don't care. It's supposed to be STST's mod, so it should be being a bit more respectful in chat. And well, nobody's gonna get away with it while I'm in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Maybe I might take Michael's attitude and just ban everybody as well.
Yeah, but you see, STST stipulations were no one is allowed to be mean to anybody in chat, and censoring people by banning is not allowed while leave. You know that nonsense. But the thing is, if a person's going to go ad homing and he's supposed to be a moderator, it shows you how how biased he is, and shows you he won't be a moderator's foot. To be honest.
Oh, I could tell how out of it I was the other day. I've got an eyebrow piercing, haven't I? And I felt my eye, and I thought I had a scab on my eye, and I'm trying to pull the scab off my eye. It's an eyebrow piercing, and I was trying to pull my eyebrow piercing off, and I thought it was a scab.
Oh God.
Yeah. Sorry, Michael. STST is asking what was the ad hom.
Telling people they can't speak English.
No, exactly.
Wow, that's very mature.
In fact, I think Michael talks probably the more pronounced proper English, old English.
Excuse me.
He might have an accent. He talks English. Actually, he is an English talker. He's got these and those and all that. He's got. Do you know what I mean? He's he might as well have a coffee called the Inn with an E in it.
I just want to say, we're abstinence. There was a lot of stipulations to have the so-called debate, and I still don't agree with it. The only reason I did is because the guy would be a crybaby and not show up. Yeah.
You should never have said that. Now he won't.
Would that really be that big of a problem?
Yeah, apparently, it's a reason not to debate someone for globe was flat because you don't agree that they were ever a flat earther.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But we'll see when he decides to show up now. If he's actually going to have any argument. Remember, my argument was, because he said we should each bring an argument, my argument to him was to demonstrate gas pressure without containment. So this is going to be exciting. And his one is for me to explain the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer, which he doesn't...
He's going to be able to hold gas in his hand for you, is he?
That's still containment, by the way.
I mean, you would just have to, fart into the camera, and then that's that. Uncontained gas, there we go.
So I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat again. Thanks for coming. Really, really appreciate you all. Please do share the show if you haven't already, and hit the likes. It does really, really help the show to get out to a wide audience. So we got 36 votes so far, guys. STST will demonstrate gas pressure without containment. 42% say yes. 58% say no. So we can say the 42% either don't understand how natural law works, or they've discovered some remedy to violate natural law, and that's going to be interesting. So yeah, it's good to have everybody here. So this
is that the only choices?
Yes or no? Yeah, it's either a yes or a no, because it's as simple as that. He can either demonstrate gas pressure without containment, which would then violate natural law, or no, he wouldn't be able to and would have to concede that it violates natural law. Those are the only two options.
Thank you.
It's going to be interesting.
So yeah.
That it is.
So we'll see what he presents with that. And I hope he understands what the word demonstrate means. LJ, yeah, they had a lot of votes on there because the Flat Earth was demolishing them. Shout out to that MDD debate. It was actually quite good. All they understood gravity in space or something. Sorry, gravity doesn't even exist. Space violates natural law, as it's explained. So it's not about understanding it. It's about having your belief system totally torn apart by nature. That's about it. Charlie.
Earlier on FED,
yeah,
I heard the show. They were talking about buoyancy and how it's hijacked, with gravity, and Archimedes' principle is buoyancy. But isn't it the same way with gravity? I mean, gravitas would be that Latin word
just means weight. Yeah.
But isn't it gravity hijacked as well, along with buoyancy?
Yeah. The thing is, Archimedes' principle came 1,900 years before gravity was even postulated as a thing. Okay? Ships were floating using Archimedes' principle for that 1,900 years. It never used gravity because it was never postulated. Now, just because they stuck G into it in the equation, they say therefore it's gravity-based, which is just false. Thank you very much, JSST, for your $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate the super chat. It says, Flatzoid, why does the sun stop going north at the Tropic of Cancer? The sun moves always east to west, mate. It only travels east to west. You might need to relook how things travel.
Because God wills it that way. Like.
Also note, guys, nobody's making a claim on the sun from Flat Earth. The guys that have the claim about the sun's distance and everything is the Globe Earth. So the burden's on them. What is the sun anyway, guys?
It's a real bright light.
Don't know. It's a luminary.
Maybe a, you know, what's it called? Maybe a portal to another realm. You know, its energy, its light might come from another place. You know, a higher place.
It's a beam of light that comes from God's living room down through the dome and into our world. That's what it is.
It's a stargate. It's kind of stargate, I believe. I believe both the moon and the sun is that, but they don't go the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And the moon ain't real, so.
It's made out of cheese, remember?
Don't forget that.
It must be, because it disappeared. If it can disappear, it must be made of cheese.
Yeah. So how's the votes looking now? Okay, we got up to 47 votes. No 60%. Yeah, we're getting some clever people in understanding that you can't violate natural law. Back to 42% for yes. This is going to be interesting. So let's hope he's going to be able to demonstrate it as asked. Like he has his stipulations, I have my stipulations. By the way, demonstration. I'm going to actually test him. Does he know what demonstration means? Because Globers don't seem to know what the demonstration is, do you? Do they?
No.
No.
That super chat.
LJ, thank you very much for your $2 super chat, mate. Really, really do appreciate it. It says, the sun is just Goku going Super Saiyan. No, it's him standing there trying to do a Kamehameha and just holding it.
I always thought that was weird how the Japanese are, you know, how they take that character who's dark haired and everything, and then when he goes into his powerful mode, he becomes a blonde Aryan. You know, it's what is this? You know, what's going on there? You know, like that's a god form, but that was how they looked at, you know, the blonde kind in the past. They thought they were gods, because they didn't know any better, and they were way more evolved and high tech than the ones around, probably because of a reset. So no god stuff there.
Deadly Dave, pressure gradients come after gas pressure, which requires containment first. This has been explained to many people over and over. Containment comes first, then the gas pressure, then the pressure gradient. Just like when you have a piece of steak, the cow comes first. Oh, really?
Wait, is that how it works?
Their logic and reasoning is, we don't need a cow to have steak.
Well, I could put up my head up a bull's ass.
But just because I have a piece of steak, you know, that's the pressure gradients. I have a piece of steak, so therefore I don't need the cow.
Do you know something?
Well, I do like what are they called? Aubergine?
Eggplant.
Eggplant steaks. That's good.
Yeah, PJ, you wanted to say something? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to comment in YouTube.
Yeah.
But for a reason it's not letting me, and it says subscribers only mode enabled. I'm a subscriber, so why won't it let me?
No, then you're not subscribed.
It does that to me too sometimes.
Sometimes it unsubscribes. I have to let you guys know, I lost like 50 subscribers today. So it unsubscribed people.
I was one of them. Man.
Yeah. This
Right,
happens
right.
quite a few times with me on YouTube. They seem to just love to unsubscribe people from my channel. I
Yeah,
get this
it's
quite often that the people like, I just see I'm unsubscribed.
Right, was
That's true.
The thing
It
is,
happens to many
I'm
people.
looking at it and it says I'm subscribed.
Rachie, how's it going? Yes, Deadly Dave is going to be moderating, but he's going to be, we're doing the debate on StreamYard, so he'll be moderating there for STST's part, and Mike will be moderating for my part.
Yes.
And I don't expect any moderating to need to be done.
I agree.
Who the hell's Michael?
John Cornbow. But yeah,
Oh, Cookie Monster.
PJ, I think you might need to subscribe again.
I have subscribed. It says, look, what's this? Where's it? It says subscribed there, doesn't it? And it's got the bell next to it. It says subscribed, and it's I've got. I am subscribed.
Maybe go out and back in. Maybe that will help.
Right, I'll unsubscribe, then I'll subscribe and see what happens. Right. It still says I'm subscribed.
What?
Unsubscribe.
Let me go check the video out.
There's something fishy going on around here.
Right. Got unsubscribe. Right. Now subscribe. Then
It's working out.
Yeah, and how long have you got to have been subscribed for?
Maybe that's nah.
Deadly Dave, I proved Flatzoid wrong with that example. He does know he's a moderator, correct? So he's not supposed to be white knighting for STST.
Nah.
No.
He's not right good. He's also not right good at white knighting.
He says, but we have the stake, therefore the cow must have existed.
I know.
Yeah,
I've commented to him exactly.
So that's not debunking me, that's making my point. We have gas pressure, therefore containment. Welcome to Flat Earth, mate.
Wow.
How does that
They
debunk
just
me?
get dumber.
I have no clue.
What the hell?
I'm going to refresh the page.
Wow.
See what happens. It's still not
In Denmark, we know if you say it's a joke, like it's a joke, we say it's gas.
Ah.
That's the way we say it's a joke. It's just a slang for it's a joke.
You took
I
a
wish
beans.
I could use it right now because it fits this conversation.
That's a gas.
How does it prove it? Well, it's gas. It's a joke.
We got it.
Yeah.
Already 61 people watching. Brilliant. And this is just for the pre-show, so that's good. Thank you guys for sharing the show. Really, really do appreciate it.
Right. Please let me. Please.
But I obviously don't need to talk about gas pressure now because we're going to wait for that for the debate for STST.
Yeah.
So
sure.
they're trying to fish some things out. Not that there's anything to fish out because if he just knows any gas law, he'll know. He has a huge problem.
I think he wanted the moderator to come on just because he needs someone to sit and help him. That's that's my thought.
Yeah. STST, where's Michael White Knighting for me, mate? I think I can handle myself. What the hell? Do you know what White Knighting is, STST? Michael, have you White Knighted for me? What have you exactly White Knighted for me for? Can anybody on the panel tell me what is Michael White Knighted for me?
I've only started because I've seen your mate Dave in chat and his words he's been using.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not White Knighting.
Michael is.
Stating facts about gas behavior is not White Knighting for anybody. It's just simple facts. It's the thing is, all of us here on the panel and my awesome subscribers all know gas pressure requires containment. That's not White Knighting. That's just fact. Every gas law in existence requires this, including your beloved atmospheric pressure. But don't worry, we're going to get into that now when we debate, mate. This guy's way out of his league.
Well, if he does demonstrate gas pressure without a container, it will revolutionize the world, and it's a win-win scenario for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have to buy my wife some new tires.
Yeah, I was going to say, I won't have to air up my tires anymore.
Yeah, why would you need to pay tires? I mean, I just had to pay $3,000 to get 2 tires, and that was the cheapest I could get them. Why would I have to spend so much money getting the tires if I could just use gravity to hold it there? I can just stick a weight to the caliper and tell the gas, there we go, attract yourself to it.
Well, if you didn't have to have a tire, you wouldn't have to balance it either.
Yeah. Thank you, Joseph, for
later,
another
Flats.
$5. Cheers, Jeff. Thank you for coming, mate. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Cheers, man. So, JC Tiger, thank you for your $5 super chat again.
Thank you.
Says, why is there higher air pressure at the ground surface than at the dome if the dome is necessary? Sorry, did I say dome? We did say containment, though. And the reason we have higher air pressure at the bottom is because there's more for it to hit off of, more concentration of gases too. Okay, I hear a ping.
How did blow a car tire up without a tire? In a shoe, should I say.
No idea. Hey, Deadly Dave, how's it going? I'm gonna have to mute myself here in Element. There we go. How's it going, Deadly? Can you hear me?
Potentially, yes. Can you hear
There
me?
we go. Yeah, we can hear you.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm just
What?
sitting here waiting. I know you're not starting till 9, but I'm fine
Oh,
to sit here and wait till then.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, it's like 9 minutes. Just wait for STST. I'm glad the link works.
Cool.
So, you want to say anything about yourself before we start? Your channel?
I'm just here to moderate, as you said. So no, I'm fine. Thanks.
Awesome. So are you sorry, just gonna ask, are you Irish? You sound Irish.
I am.
Awesome. Which part of Ireland you from?
Southwest.
Awesome.
You know, by the coast, where I can see the ocean and birds and boats go over it.
Then you got no excuse. Then you're supposed to be a flat earther.
No,
You are muted on
then I
this
know
side,
exactly for a
Flatzoid,
fact
so we
that I
can't
should-
hear what you're saying in the show.
Oh, the guys in sorry, I just gotta quickly unshare and share for the guys in Element. They say they can't hear me. There we go. You should hear me now, Dislord. But I have to be muted on Element, otherwise it's gonna echo for you guys.
I've had to turn Element off.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna echo.
Oh, but then how do I even watch? YouTube only?
Yeah, you're probably going to have to. Sorry, man. But it's weird because I did share the sound as well. It's supposed to share my sound as well, but I don't know why it does this sort. I think you guys have to watch on YouTube then.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
man.
sure this is,
I'm watching
this is
YouTube.
why
on it.
we don't stay in an Element to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, okay. I just told them they'll have to go on YouTube. So we'll have the pre-show, yeah, so long, the last 5 minutes. So, Daily Dave, why, according to you, is it a globe?
Why is the Earth a globe? So, I mean, there's many reasons. One of which, as I said, is I have physically seen boats go over the horizon. I know what that means. I am aware of star trails. I know what that means. And, you know, many, many other things.
Awesome. Yeah, because I'm not here to debate you, so we're not obviously going to get into a discussion with that. But let's just say we disagree.
We do, correct.
Yeah. So, have you been into this flat Earth thing long?
I'm not into flat Earth.
No, but I mean in the subject.
As in watching it on YouTube and such. Yeah, you know, basically, since I saw the transformation of Seek going from a flat earther to not, that's about when I started.
Okay. It's quite a while.
About 3-4 years, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's about 4 years. But I think a lot of the people these days are usually about 7 years to averaging about 5.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. As I said, I genuinely don't follow it. I used to be more interested for a while, and then I recognized that all of the arguments were exactly the same. I got bored, and I just stopped paying attention.
Yeah. Michael, do you have anything to say?
Nope. I'm
But
just here to watch.
But I think you both agree. I don't think there's really going to be need for moderating because we're not going to try and talk over each other or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. Trying to have a nice, clean, normal show.
Works for me.
We could have actually started earlier. I think we're going to sit here for 5 minutes staring at each other, guys. Yeah, just going to say...
I could message Zeke and see if he's about.
Yeah, message him. We can start earlier if he really wants to. Hey, everybody in the chat again, if you guys come, thank you very much for coming. If you haven't already, please hit that share button and hit that like button. It really, really does help to get the show out to a wider audience. 82 people in already. That's awesome stuff. Thank you all for coming. It's good to have such a healthy start before the debate even starts. Yeah, I think there's going to be probably a lot of claims made tonight, so we'll see if we can get backups for that and all that.
Actually, can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I know I'm not debating here, so this is just a separate question. Feel free to tell me go away. But you did mention earlier that, we don't understand what claims are. And I mean, basically, I've heard you say a lot of things. I heard you say a lot of things at the start of this debate that I would have echoed myself on my side or whatever have you. So obviously there's clearly a disconnect somewhere between, if you're saying I don't understand claims and I think you don't understand claims, one of us is wrong. Something's wrong somewhere. Yeah. So how do we find out the difference? Like, for instance, do you know what burden of proof is?
Yes, I do. And the burden of proof is based on the person making the claim.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If you're making the claim, that's your burden to prove. That's exactly what the burden of proof is.
But first, but how you determine which person is making a claim, is basically down to what is the current accepted position. And then if you're going against the current accepted position, that's a claim.
No, the claim is if you claim,
yes,
let's for instance, gravity is the reason for things, mass attracting mass or falling, whatever. That's your burden. It doesn't matter. Consensus says so. You making that claim.
No, it does. No. Once something has met its burden of proof, it's considered accepted, not fact. We don't get into fact. It's accepted once it's met its proof. And then if somebody later on, at a further point, comes along and re-asks about this, then at that point, they're now trying to go against what's already been settled. So now they have the burden.
But that's false. Consensus. I just want to quickly read a super chat out quickly. Sorry. $2 super chat. Thank you. LJ says, I only got into FE 1 year ago because of censorship. Interesting. Thank you very much for your super chat, mate. Yeah, Michael?
So gravity, you said burden of proof's been met. Can you show me? Because I've not seen no proof yet.
No, but that's just distracting. I'm just curious as to do we understand
your question. You say that burden's been met, though.
Well, it was, yes, because we have,
what?
Like, again, do we understand how these things work? Like, as in the burden of proof, a bunch of people come along, make some claims, put some evidence behind it to prove whether or not that claim is a thing or not, then it gets accepted or not accepted, and then later on other people are welcome to challenge it if they want. That's no problem. But if you're challenging what's there, then the burden is yours.
Look at it this way. I go out of my house and I see Earth appears to look flat. I don't see it appearing to rotate. So to me, the claim that it is rotating and it is curved, that is a claim to me.
I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is, I understand that you feel that that's a claim, but that's not the claim, because what we have here is we have a situation where the currently accepted position is what you're going against. Like, I understand it. Maybe you don't understand it, or maybe I don't understand. Like, me not understanding something doesn't mean that when I then question it, that somebody else has the burden of proof to prove it to me. So then everybody needs to educate me on every subject I don't understand, and that's not how it works.
If 10 people come to me and say the sky is red and I think it's blue, because majority say it's red, I have to accept that.
Well, let's flip that exact same thing around, right? Let's say I came up to you and I said the sky is red. Now, do you have to prove to me it's blue?
No,
Do
but
I have to prove to you it's bull?
sorry. Look what the burden of
Yeah,
proof
please.
says. The obligation to prove one's assertion. So you're the one making the assertion. When you're trying to say because of consensus, you're just trying to reverse the burden of proof. Consensus doesn't cancel out the burden of proof.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying consensus cancels out the burden of proof. But okay, so if we're at a position then, so are you saying then you're not claiming the Earth is flat at any point?
No, that's reality. You guys are claiming it's curved, and we can
No, sorry,
demonstrate.
are you claiming the Earth is flat at any point?
No, because that's what it is. It's observed
No,
flat.
hang
It's measured flat.
There's your claim. There's your claim right there.
No,
now you
no,
have
no,
the
no,
burden of
no.
proof.
You
just said it
claiming,
is,
listen,
demonstrate it.
sorry, you claiming that boats go over a horizon. That's your claim.
That was earlier. Forget that for the moment.
But
I just asked you there. Did you
but
say
that's
the Earth
how
is
it
flat?
works.
I'll claim Earth's flat.
Okay, cool. So now you have a burden. Can you demonstrate it?
No evidence of curvature.
Yeah.
Ever. Anywhere.
No, that's not a demonstration. You would have to actually show that there's no evidence. How would you show there's no evidence of curvature? How would you show that?
I've been down and I can see things beyond 8 inches per mile squared.
But how is that no evidence of curvature? What have you accounted for? What experiments did you do to test it?
That's a burden of proof.
For one, they're not experiments because they're observations. So you don't know what experiments are. So I hardly doubt
I do know what experiments are.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry.
It's me going down to the beach with a camera and looking an experiment.
I didn't say what an experiment was.
You just said it. You just said, what experiments have you done? I said, no, not observations, mate. They're not experiments.
I didn't ask you what you have. I said, do you have? It was a question. Do you have?
Do you have experiments in that? And I said, no, because
do you have experiments? No.
No,
so if you don't have experiments, okay, but so what does that? So how do you know that your interpretation of that observation is correct?
Do you think I can experiment for curve?
If you can't, then how can you demonstrate?
Then it's not science. Science requires you to manipulate the independent variable. Otherwise, you won't know the cause. If you're observing and you're calling Earth curve the cause, you would have to manipulate the independent variable. And since you can't do that, it's not science. Hey, STST's coming.
But I made no claim. But I'm out. So if STST's in, I'm not doing this call.
Hey.
Nice talking anyway, Dave.
Yeah, interesting discussion.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, man. Hey, STST, how's it going?
Good. How are you, mate?
Okay, and self. So how do you want to do this thing?
I will come on camera, but my girlfriend's in back, so I'd rather stay off if that's all right with you.
No stress, mate.
Is that all right?
Yep, no stress.
I'm good, buddy. I'm good, mate. Yep. I mean, let's just have a cordial chat about the subjects we wanted to speak about. And then obviously this is what Michael and Dave are here for, is if they feel either of us are being unfair or biased, etc., they can step in. And obviously that's why we've got 2 mods. So yeah, let's just have a chat about what we said we'll chat about, mate. And your stream, let's just go for it, mate.
I 100% agree. Yeah. So
nice to see you anyway, ST.
Thank you for showing up.
I'm hoping I don't have to say out.
I know, you know, we all have this tribal kind of mechanism, I think, that kicks in. But, you know, we are all human beings at the end of the day. But by the end of our chat, we may be saying the opposite and calling each other bastards again. But for now, we're all human.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you want to start, or must I start, or what's up? Because we each decided to bring an argument.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, so
you can choose.
Okay, so let's get you to present your argument first, which was the tropics of, well, my question to you, sorry, not your argument, was the tropics of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn. How are they both measurably and navigated day in, day out, exactly the same size, when on a flat Earth, the Tropic of Capricorn, which is below the equator, would be, I think, 37,000 miles, where at the minute, both of them are measurably 24,000 miles.
Okay, first of all, you do know what the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer is actually derived from?
Well, do you know?
Yes, 2,000 years ago, this is when the Earth was still considered flat, remember? Flat Earthers came up with seeing the sun at the solstice, the sun is straight ahead. And knowing that the sun moves from east to west, they laid it around the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. It's just to say summer and winter, that's all.
Right. So, say on a flat Earth, the sun must not go between those two tropics. The sun would have to travel between those to be able to, to make that circular route around a flat plane. So people in Australia, when they look at that sun, they look in a totally different direction in reality to where the sun actually rises and sets. If you imagine on any type of flat Earth projection, the way Australia is positioned, and on those projections where the sun would have to be rotating between those two tropics, they're looking in totally the different totally opposite direction. So how can a flat Earth explain that?
No, you only look at one sun. There's only one sun moving over the tropics. And everybody looks at the same sun, so nobody's looking in different directions. You do know it's just location based, just as like where we show the car moving across the street from right to left. If you go to the other side of the road and look back at it, the car will appear to move left to right. Still the same position. You're just looking at it in a different direction because of your position.
Yes, but that does not work on any type of flat Earth projection. That's my point. Wherever Australia is situated, and these are obviously projections of a globe, wherever Australia is seen to be situated, those people look in a totally different direction to when the sun would rise. People in Sydney, on a flat Earth projection, would have to look north, whereas on the way the Australian map represents it, they would look a totally different direction.
You do know
the southern hemisphere destroys flat Earth.
No, you do know the sun always rises east to west, no matter where you are on Earth. So that's a claim that you're making. They're looking north.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah, you're correct.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Can you
that
prove
is
this?
totally correct.
Can you show us the evidence for this?
Just ask any Australian, any non-flat Earth Australian.
I have family in Australia. Yeah. It definitely rises east to west, mate, not north.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, dude. But on a flat Earth projection, it would be from a totally different direction.
It's not.
So
you're making
exactly
the claim. It's not. You're making the claim. I'm telling you that's not how it works. You either don't understand how east to west works and making a claim that
that's not how it works, please, dude.
You just agreed
Can
with
you
me.
show me how?
You just agreed with me. Everybody sees it east to west. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because that only happens on a globe, dude.
No.
If you can you pull up like a flat Earth projection on your screen at all, and then you'll see the way the Australia is basically like bent completely out of proportion, because the further south you go, the worse it gets. So it's so manipulated out of proportion that actually those people that are kind of standing these sides of the actual continent would be looking in totally different directions. They'd have to be looking that way on a flat Earth, but in reality they're looking that way because the Earth's a globe.
I'm just quickly getting
and it's simple observation that anybody can do. You can actually look at the way the sun rotates 15 degrees an hour, no matter where you are on Earth. And that actually is also only possible because the Earth's a globe and the sun is very far away. If it was close and local, it would actually have to be going like 1,000 miles an hour and just rotating constantly.
Okay, you can see on the screen now.
Yes.
Okay, so
you
see Australia.
You see Australia there, east and west. That points out away across the supposed ice wall. East and west Australia, one goes to way out, whereas they would both actually on a flat Earth have to be looking north to see what they see, but they don't. They look east and west.
Sorry, we got the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Cancer. It's going east to west. The sun is traveling in the circle, correct? So if you in Australia, you're looking at sunrise, you're looking to the east. You're never looking to the north with the sunrise.
That's northeast, isn't it? On that projection there, they're looking northeast, but in
I look
reality, they only
I look
east.
northeast when I see a sunrise because I'm on the northern parts of the earth.
Well, we're talking about Australia at the moment. Don't move away from that.
It's
you
the
know,
same.
just
It's
Australia
the same.
alone.
Just like
the way Australia observes
Do you-
the sun is impossible on a flat Earth.
no, it's not. You literally
is.
not understanding. You can see always rises east to west. Follow my mouse. You see it's following east
Yeah.
to west. So they're looking
And most of those
eastly.
people in Australia would have to be looking northeast or northwest to see that.
East. Correct? Obviously
Well,
north.
sunrise or sunset, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about both of them, and they both happen in a direction
Even-
that would be impossible if the sun never went below the Tropic of Capricorn.
Dude.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You would never ever look east or west to see the sunrise or set.
Even on your globe, you would see the same thing, mate.
You see that because it's the truth. You know, you actually have shown at the moment no explanation, have you? You've just kind of just said, oh, cycled your mouse around, but you haven't explained why what people witness in reality is different to what you're saying.
Again, everybody always observes the sun rising east to west. If you northerly
Yes.
parts
Thank
from
you.
the sun,
Don't confirm.
you have to look northerly direction to it. That's fact, correct?
No, you're making things up. We only
I
observe.
just showed you this
sun
on the screen.
as in- yeah, and
So-
you didn't have any explanation for it because in reality, people are looking east and west to see the sunrise and sunset. But on that thing you just showed me there, that projection, they would have to be looking north at the same time, and that doesn't happen
Do you,
in reality.
anybody would have to be looking eastly northwards if
Yeah.
the sun is southerly
You're just-
from you.
Yeah, I agree. You're just confirming the globe.
Just
so I
like
agree with
the
you.
map shows.
The map shows that no Australian should have to look north to see the sunset and the sunrise, and you haven't explained why it
Sorry.
should. Why
So
it doesn't.
you're telling me people in Australia don't see the sun rise in a northerly easterly direction?
I'm telling you that there's no way, the way Australians witness that sun, there's no way that any type of flat Earth projection ever can explain that. Ever.
just
And I'm
did.
asking you if you can,
I
because
just
this
did.
is a flat Earth debate. Show me. Show
I
me.
just did. I showed it with my mouse and explained it to you.
No, because at no point there was anybody looking completely like southeast or southwest, anything like
Okay,
that. It was
okay.
all north.
I'm
Anybody in
gonna
Australia.
I'm gonna quickly share the screen again, and this time I'm gonna do it on Google Earth for your globe, you could say. Okay, you can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Not yet. It's still loading. Yeah, I can now.
Okay, great. This is Australia. Now, if the sun is rising, eastly in a northerly direction, correct?
Yeah.
They're looking northeast.
That's not how it works. You're just thinking in like one dimension,
Are
but
they
obviously
looking-
Earth is on an actual tilt. So
Are they
that's
looking
not how
northeast?
it works.
Are they observing the sun rising northeast? STST?
No, because you're looking at just a non-moving picture, and Earth isn't like that. It's on an axial tilt. So
I
that's where
agree.
these changes come in.
I agree Earth isn't like this because this is a false depiction of Earth, but the difference is you don't understand. Even on your globe, it shows exactly the same as what we just showed of the direction on the flat Earth map.
It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all.
Okay, I'm going to do this again. If I draw a sun here, you would agree if they're looking northeast. Anybody in Australia is looking northeast at the sun here.
All you're trying to do is actually just attack a globe. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you actually? Are you going to present any? Are you going to present anything that would actually show evidence that why this would happen on a flat Earth?
I'm going to show you again. So I've got my mouse here as where you would observe the sun rising northeast on a globe. Now we move back to.
You're just confirming exactly what I'm saying, dude. How can you not see that?
I don't think you understand that the flat Earth map shows exactly the same as what you're saying doesn't happen on a globe. Let's share my screen again with the new one. You can try and deny it all you want. You just literally...
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying you don't really understand what you're trying to debunk. Okay. It seems to me.
Now, maybe we can turn this so it maybe makes it easier for you. There we go. Now this is Australia again, on like we saw on the globe. Here's the sun in the same position we just saw on the globe. Which direction are they looking? Northeast.
Yes. But what I'm saying is...
It's possible on a flat Earth map, which you said is not STST.
It changes. Dude, it changes because of the tilt. What I'm trying to say is that on a flat Earth, that sun never goes between those two tropics. So the way you visualize the sun would never change between those two tropics. But because of the tilt, there is massive differences to where you notice the sunrise and sunset. But I'm glad you actually have got that picture of the Earth up, because the original question was, can you explain the length difference that matches all known navigation since navigation bloody began? Can you explain why the two tropics are measurably the same size, Cancer and Capricorn, but on a flat Earth projection like you just showed there, it would literally be about 30% at least larger measurably? How do people not get lost every time they travel south of the equator? Please tell me.
First of all, you are false equivocating a globe onto flat Earth. You are trying to reverse the burden and saying, because we have a belief, because we have a belief and we made a claim that it is a globe and we are saying it's the same, therefore it can't be the same on a flat Earth. Note that with navigation, I'm still talking, and note with navigation, you require that horizontal to be able to do the navigation in the first instance. The latitudes and longitudes which you are talking about come from flat measurements to Polaris. So now we take this, you can shake your head all you want. Now we take this so-called measurements that you're claiming to be the same. You have to go and prove it because it's your claim.
Well, the proof is all of the navigation that happens all of the time. Say Bigfoot, imagine Bigfoot. We're chatting about Bigfoot at the minute. Would the proof of burden be on the person claiming that they have seen Bigfoot, or the person claiming that, no, I don't think you have? Who would the burden of proof be on there?
The person making Bigfoot claim.
Yes. So it is well known that Bigfoot has never actually been pictured, does not actually exist.
I agree.
So we have never had evidence. So yes, thank you. So the person claiming against Bigfoot is the person with the burden, and it is globally accepted that Bigfoot does not exist. So it is your burden of proof to prove to me that flat Earth exists. It is as simple as that. And these...
You do know.
Carry on, Flatzoid.
Sorry, you were the one with the burden, because I agree, the globe has never been observed.
No.
So you're the one that has you reversing the burden of proof onto me again just shows you don't actually have an argument. So,
that's actually your reversal, because the burden of proof is against the general consensus. The general consensus of every majority of experts in the world is that the Earth is a globe. So the consensus is that the burden of proof is on the person that disagrees with the knowledge of thousands and thousands of people.
Burden of proof definition: the obligation to prove one's assertion. Who's making the assertion here about the sizes?
You're making an assertion that the Earth is flat and not a globe. The assertion is against the general consensus. Therefore, the burden of proof is on you.
Sorry. Tell me, in this definition, where's it talking about general consensus here?
look into it further. Don't just take a little quote that you've read. Look
That's
into what actual burden of
dictionary.
proof is.
That's dictionary. It has demonstration on screen. The obligation to prove one's assertion.
Yeah, that's just a little quote, dude.
Okay, quote.
That's
Okay.
just a little quote.
Noun.
Come
An
on.
act of
That's not
showing
what
that
a burden of
something
proof is.
exists or true by giving proof of existence. This demonstration. Oh, that's demonstration. I got the wrong
Yep.
one on.
So
Because you're still gonna get into that.
So I'll give my proof is I can take a to scale globe and from any country or continent measure between anywhere, and those measurements will match exactly what every pilot and every person that is in charge of a boat traveling around the world will be able to match, and match perfectly. No projection or flat piece of paper ever has been created that anybody can travel on where the numbers are not manipulated.
Okay.
As I said, lines of latitude getting smaller and smaller. Capricorn actually being the same as Cancer, which we keep going away from. You still haven't explained why those two tropics have the same measurable distance.
Okay, so we're going to go this again. I got a definition, burden of proof again.
Yeah, because you
Not
still
one-
haven't. You still
sorry,
haven't
what?
answered it.
So why are you talking to me? Not one definition that I brought up says anything about consensus. So since you make the claim about it has to do with consensus, would you bring me a definition up that talks about it being consensus, please?
No, because the topic was talking about the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and you are trying to move away from the topic because you have no explanation or evidence as to why I'm wrong.
Sorry, moderators. I'm asking him specifically because he's trying to reverse the burden onto me. He made an actual claim that the burden of proof requires consensus. There is no burden of proof consensus definition, so therefore he is just not correct and therefore has to provide proof for his claim that the burden of proof requires consensus. Correct, guys?
No. No, actually, dude, you're wrong because you have to show evidence that consensus.
Hold on.
Yeah, show evidence, dude. Show me evidence.
He did ask for the moderators. Michael, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I was just going to say we shouldn't be arguing to consensus. Flatzoid
I understand that, but we should.
Flatzoid showing definition of burden of proof.
He is.
Yeah, it's just a silly argument.
Yeah, I'd rather stay away from this if possible.
I agree.
Well, I will take it then.
Just 1 minute, Dave. Seek Truth, you are claiming measurements of these tropics. So can you show them measurements?
That's a different point here.
Yeah,
like, we're not involved in that. Surely.
Yeah, this is just about the burden of proof.
That is actually.
Yeah, because like I'm saying,
So
the
can
problem is.
I'm just thinking move on rather than argue over burden of proof. Like,
No, I agree. I want to get over it, but that's why I'm asking him to provide where the burden of proof says anything about consensus, because his whole argument is it's my burden because of consensus. So therefore, I can tell him that's false.
But
I heard you saying that, but what you're missing. One sec. What you're missing is that you keep saying, so what's the definition you have there? The burden of proof is on the prosecution, is it? Is that the one that's in front of you?
Yeah, I can bring many up.
Okay. So the burden of proof. Yeah, so I'm just wondering then, how do we determine who is the prosecution in this case?
The guy making the claim is
okay.
But
so, are you never making any claims? Is only Seek making claims? Is that what you're trying to say here?
The problem, was he's making a claim that is based only on consensus. So the claim is that I'm just taking out, show me where it has got to do with consensus, because the whole argument is because the globe consensus, therefore the burden's on me. So I'm trying to just cut that down the roots and say there's no definition that says this, so therefore the burden's not me because it's a reversal onto me. He's claiming the tropics, not me, so it's his burden to bear.
No, but you're misunderstanding. The reason it's not in the definition for burden is because it's in the point of the prosecution there. That's where that lies. It's determining who is the prosecution in that case. So it's obviously not going to be in the burden of proof definition because it's covered by the word prosecution.
I can bring other definitions up.
You're disagreeing on who the prosecution is.
I can bring other definitions up too, but that's my point.
The
claim is burden of proof.
I know.
Okay, guys. Like I'm saying, the burden of proof is not mine, and because
let's just show evidence.
Your burden. Yes,
let's just
show your evidence. Show your evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, show your evidence.
So, like,
the burden's yours. So show the evidence. I agree.
What was the question? What was the question, please?
You saying the tropics are different sizes, so show your evidence.
No, they're the same size.
I agree, they're the same
They're
size.
the same size. Yeah. So on any type of 2D projection of a flat Earth, one would be massively different to the other, because one is above the equator and one is below. The one below the equator would get measurably larger, but on any projection you see, yes, those lines get bigger because they're trying to fit a whole globe onto a bit of paper, but the numbers get smaller as you go down to the South Pole. So that's what I'm saying. That is the evidence. Global navigation. Everybody that travels the world, like you've just got to look up any flight. That is my evidence. Like just every time a pilot gets in a plane, every time someone steps in a boat, when they go from one continent to another, they will be traversing these waters where they, on the knowledge that once they go below the equator, those lines of latitude get smaller and smaller and smaller because Earth is a globe.
No, you do. Do you know any map projection has its distortions? Not even a perfect globe distortion. Yeah. Correct?
No, there are perfect globes without distortion. I will 100% guarantee you there are perfect globes without distortion.
A globe map.
Well, a map doesn't have to be on a flat piece of paper, dude. You know, we have like computers now. Like you can have a map that just rolls, and it doesn't have to be flat at all.
Okay, I'm not going to fight definitions again.
Before, people were trying to get a globe on a flat piece of paper. That's why we had projections.
Okay.
It's literally why they exist.
Okay, now you're trying to obfuscate it again. I'm not going to try to fight definitions again. This was the same thing with STST when I literally had on screen a globe is not a map. Okay, so all globe maps have distortions too. A map is not based on reality. It's only there used for the data.
No, a globe is.
No, a globe is. You don't walk around. You don't navigate with a globe. You navigate with maps.
Well, no, but how often do you walk around the world in one day?
Never.
Well, then, why would you need a globe?
And that's a claim again. Anyway, like I'm saying, your claim is.
It's just bad.
Your claim is that the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn would have different distances on a flat Earth. So that's your claim to make.
Yes. No. That's your claim.
Sorry, I never claimed that once. I never claimed that once. You claimed that.
Oh, you're just being a bit pedantic now, Flats.
Did I claim
so
differences?
You're just walking away from it rather than actually addressing the actual fact that this is only possible on a globe. You'll just go, oh, I didn't claim that.
Dude,
and just walk away from it. You're happy with that, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you pop up a map earlier of the flat plane with the two circles?
Which he asked me to. He asked me to.
So that map was there.
Yeah, I didn't. I never ascribed to that map. No one ever says I did. And if you know me well enough, you know I don't ascribe to maps because we don't live on a map.
I don't.
Yeah. So anyway,
but why not, man?
So STST, you told me to bring that map up, so I brought up for you. Now the thing is, you claiming a flat Earth would have differences. So I'm telling you, a map is not reality. It's got distortions.
That's exactly what I'm saying, and it has distortions because the Earth isn't flat. If the Earth was flat, there would be no need for distortions.
Again,
think with your head, dude.
Can I talk?
Why would a flat Earth have distortions on a flat map? Why would it need that?
Again, no maps in existence ever have no distortions. Okay, doesn't matter.
100%. Yeah, because Earth is a globe.
No, because reality is difficult to put on to a map. This is cartography. Have you ever done cartography before?
No, have you?
Yes, actually, but.
Oh, okay, yeah, I believe
Scouts,
that. That doesn't matter.
When you're in Scouts, you have to do a bit of cartography. And Deadly Dave, you can laugh all you want. Yeah. It's just done on small scale, though. The problem is you making a claim. You making a claim that that the flat Earth, because it's flat Earth map has distortion, therefore it's a globe Earth. That is a straw man and a red herring. You making the burden. Sorry, do we live on a map? Tell me that, ST. Do we live on a map?
No, but if the Earth was
Great.
flat, we could basically live on a map because
No.
it would be two-dimensional, and you would be able to put that two-dimensional object onto a two-dimensional piece of paper. It's
Sorry.
as simple as that. Dude.
Flat Earth
You
is not
cannot put
two-dimensional.
our reality onto a 2D piece of paper. Therefore, Earth cannot be flat.
You just
Simple.
debunked yourself. Yeah, you cannot put our
No.
three-dimensional reality onto your two-dimensional reality. Well done. It's not shape dependent.
Yeah. Well, it would be though, dude. Imagine a 2D planet. You should be able to put, a clock
2D?
face. Imagine a clock face.
Since when is
You
2D?
should be able to put every little continent and every little country to scale in exactly the same place. It would be the simplest
Not even
model
your globe does that.
ever to make. And nobody ever has or ever will be able to. It all has to distort. All the numbers have to change. And that is because the Earth is a globe. I'm sorry,
You keep
dude,
on making
but
claims.
that's reality.
Sorry, just because you keep claiming it's a globe doesn't make it a globe. You're rumpusing over
Well,
me
the
every
numbers
time
make it a globe.
I'm talking, and you're making claims without backing these claims up. Now I'm going to ask you again. You have made a plethora of claims here and claimed because globe. So I'm asking you to back up this plethora of claims as the burden is on you making the claim.
So you'd rather me sit here speaking and defending a globe rather than actually trying to show evidence for your flat Earth? Is that what you're trying to do, Flats? Would you rather sit
obfuscating.
here and show evidence for what you have?
That's obfuscating. I asked you to back up your claims that you have made. It's as simple as
I
that.
already have.
Ask
World's
them
navigation.
Yeah, ask them answers.
Every person that ever, every person that
I
ever
gotta
flew
stop
a
here. I
commercial
gotta stop here.
airplane.
I gotta stop here. Deadly Dave, I thought you're a moderator. Why are you white knighting for him?
I'm not. You asked him a question which he had already answered. So is that not the
He
moderator's
hasn't
job to
backed
point out it was
anything
already
up.
answered?
He's made a claim and said, "You see, I claim this, so therefore globe."
Yep.
He hasn't backed
You
anything
don't-
up.
You
There's
don't
no
have
evidence.
to accept his answer, but that was his answer.
But
so
he hasn't
did answer.
presented evidence.
You don't have to accept it.
Have you shown where your evidence is? Seek truth.
Well, it's your opinion he hasn't. It's my opinion he has. But
Sorry,
his opinion
you
doesn't
are
matter. You
not
can't keep asking him to
moderating
do
at
a
the
thing
moment.
that
You're
he's done.
white knighting for him, and this is exactly what I thought's going to happen. Again, you made a claim.
I
Seek
disagree, but
truth.
all right.
You made a claim.
Let's,
I mean,
so,
Bring evidence.
let's all just take a breath and let's calm it down and let's start again.
Yes. Make a claim,
Let's
bring the evidence.
start again.
Agreed. Made a claim, bring an evidence. There we go.
So what was my claim, Flatzoid, please?
You first of all, you're making a claim that flat Earth is somehow two-dimensional. So that all start on that one.
Yeah.
How's flat
So,
Earth
okay.
two-dimensional?
So my claim, obviously, is that a flat earther will believe that the Earth is on a completely flat surface. And obviously there'll be mountains, there'll be undulations and topography, but the overall shape will be flat. So my claim is, if the Earth was flat, there should be an easy way to map that surface onto a flat piece of paper to scale smaller. And any projection I ever see has distortions, and those distortions match a globe. So that's every map I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a map without the distortions? I don't know. But that's what I'm asking you, Flatzoid, is to please explain, again, you keep going away from the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, how they are always measured as exactly the same size, yet on any flat Earth, and you're going to say, I never claimed this, I never claimed this. Please claim something, Flatzoid, because otherwise this is a bit of a silly debate, because I'm claiming things, and you need to get more in your position and at least give me something to debunk, because at the minute you're just trying to attack the globe, reality. You're not offering anything in resistance, anything in evidence as to why we witness those two tropics measurably the same.
Okay, first I'm going to debunk everything you've just said about what. First of all, we live on a three-dimensional reality. When they do cartography, it's done planar. You know what that means? That means they do it planar. So they use instruments doing a planar. And guess what? There's always corrections. Now, when you have those corrections, you do know that it means it's not 100%. So when they do geodetic surveying, for instance, they do what they call elliptical considerations after they've done the planar measurements. Now, the cartography, yes. Now, after they've done the planar measurements, aka using a horizontal baseline to make these measurements, they yes, you can shake your head all you want, mate. Have you done any measurements surveying before, or know anybody that has?
No, but
Great, so
I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of research on the topic actually,
I've
and I've
debated
looked
people on
into a lot of
this.
builders.
Wait,
I've talked to a lot of builders, a lot of engineers, and
One minute, lads. Look, let Flatzoid just run what he's got to say, and then after ST, you can then rebut his points that he's made.
Thanks, yeah. So anyway, the cartography, when they do these measurements that you're claiming to be a globe, it's based from a horizontal measurement, okay? They then go and they have discrepancies. This is why you can never get 100% maps, because they are trying to take a 3-dimensional measurement and make it 2-dimensional, okay? It doesn't matter what shape you're trying to claim it to be. The fact is, the horizontal measurement shows it's flat. After they take the planar measurements, they consider it to be a globe, aka geodetic surveying. Yes, why they use the WGS 84 for this, and that's why you have your discrepancies. That's why even on your globe maps you have discrepancies, and on the flat earth. Note, that map I brought up, the Gleason's map you asked me to bring up, is just a longitudinal and time map. It's not made for latitudes, if you ever noticed that. But yeah, you probably have never looked what the map actually talks about. So as soon as you say, yeah, you can't take 3-dimensional, make it 2-dimensional, 100% agree. It doesn't make it a globe, it just makes you ignorant. And laugh all you want, Dirty Dave. You are definitely not a moderator's afoot, man.
That's just, to me, a load of nonsense, dude, because it's still not explaining the fact that on any type of 2D projection, that sun just cannot work like that. It just is impossible. And the lines, the lines of latitude that people travel, dude, like, it's not like I'm just sitting here saying this. There's people's lives at risk by traveling with the knowledge that the Earth is a globe. You must be like, you know, because when I was a flat earther, I believed that everyone's in on it. Everyone must be lying. And it must either be that everyone's lying or everyone's stupid. And it can't really be either, can it? You know, in all realisticness, how can you expect all these people, like, they dedicate their lives to this stuff, and then to just go like, oh, and you know, everything I'm saying is just fucking, sorry to swear, everything I'm saying is lies, and everything I'm saying, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, like, come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you still have not explained anything in regards to what I keep asking. They are measurably the same. So how are they measured in reality? We travel these lines of latitude knowing the numbers every single day.
Great. Remember I explained cartography?
Please explain.
You remember I explained cartography, and you do know when they go over the ocean, they can't use measurements with theodolites and auto levels and so forth, so they actually physically travel those distances. Have you noticed that, let's say you take a ship, there's the thing called drift due to currents?
Drifts due to currents, I mean, currents will just match global patterns. They would not work on a flat earth. Just look into those. Even, you know, there's people that study currents for a living, and, you know, again, people say yeah. Well, I'm just stating facts, dude. They're not claims. You're not even making any claims.
Sorry. All I've had from you is claims without evidence this whole debate so far. You have not given one sort of evidence to back up. I, on the other hand, have to explain to you on rudimentary levels why your claim is actually fallacious and false. Now, again, if they're traveling those actual distances, can you prove they are following an actual circular route?
I can prove that they don't have to spend as much on petrol as they would if the Earth was flat.
That's not
Do you know what I mean?
asked.
This comes down to
red herring. I asked you a specific question. Can you prove that they follow an actual circular line to get to their distance?
Well, I can prove that if you look at any globe and any navigational chart from any ship that is going from any country to another, that chart will be based on a globe, and you will not be able to show me any evidence of anybody navigating with any type of, the Earth is flat. They will all do it with those distortions that only match the globe.
Again, my specific very question. Can you prove that when they do those distances, they take a curved path?
Just
say no. Just say no. Just say no, you can't. Say you know.
Jump on a boat. Dude, you can't prove to me anything about the Earth being flat, and it's silly that you're asking me to prove the globe. No, I'm not obfuscating, dude.
Nice.
You're a flat Earth panel, and this is a flat Earth versus globe debate. So you need to be bringing me flat Earth evidence. And at the minute, all you're doing is trying to attack my ideas.
Again, I want to jump. Sorry, lads, but I thought we were arguing the points on tropics.
That is part of the tropics, because he's claiming
willy-nilly all different kinds of.
But that is the point.
Let's try and keep you on track, lads.
Sorry, Michael, but it is that point, because he's making a claim of actual measurements. I'm telling him there is no actual measurements of continent to continent. They travel.
There are actually. I've literally got it written down here. I've done some research, bro.
They travel.
So the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn are both measurably 22,847 miles.
So traveled.
Both are exactly the same. Traveled.
And so not measured, traveled.
On an FE, the Capricorn lower than the equator would have to be 37,000 miles. Why? Do you not think that would throw off every single navigator that is trying to travel south of the equator? And this it's just impossible, dude.
Again.
You're claiming all of these experts, all of these people to be liars and stupid. And it's just ridiculous.
Okay,
man.
Putting words in my mouth. Again, you made the claim that it's measured. I'm saying they're traveling, so prove to us that they are traveling in those great circle route lines as you claim. Prove it. Don't just make it claim, prove it. Bring the evidence.
I didn't mention great circle routes. I just
that's what
said
it's based upon. Your claim is based upon that.
Yes. So all we need to do is look at how long it takes to travel to certain places. Look at the boat. How fast does it travel? What time does it dock? What time does it leave? And then travel. Oh, it got this far in this many miles, and it either took 18 hours because the Earth is a globe, or if it was on a flat Earth, that would have took 19 hours or something.
That's very naive.
And it always times to what it would on a globe. How much more evidence do you need than actual physical travel? People that, do you know, at the minute there's 1 million people in the sky. There's 1 million people right now traveling around the globe, and those pilots have the knowledge of the globe. So that's the evidence, dude.
Okay.
Every single piece of navigation is based around that point.
Okay, naive. First of all, do you know what dead reckoning is? Speak to.
It's a computer game. I don't care, dude.
It's
I'm asking you for evidence.
Dead reckoning.
All I'm doing. I came here to ask you for evidence.
Why won't you let me talk more than 2 seconds? Why won't you let me talk more than 2 seconds? We're talking about dead reckoning now, okay? You claiming they travel by boat now to a country, and because they're times, therefore it makes it a globe. So do you know what dead reckoning is again?
No, can you explain it, please?
Great. So it's the last known position. Do you know why they take a dead reckoning when they do navigation on the ocean?
In case someone gets lost or something, by what you're saying?
No, so they know in which direction they're traveling, because you will never travel in exactly a straight line as you would like it to be in reality.
Yeah.
So would that change times that it would take for the ship to get to its destination?
Well, that would obviously depend on whether it's wind powered or, actual physically, mechanically powered. The differences could be within hours of one side of everything. But what I'm saying is on a flat Earth, it would be so significantly different because those distances are almost doubled.
Again, you made a specific claim that it's always this exact distance, exact time. Do you know why sometimes you get a ship? Do you know sometimes why you get a ship that comes, let's say, a week later than it's supposed to come?
Bad weather. I'm not talking. You're talking about the outliers, dude. I'm talking about the expected. I'm going to get here at this time, and I'm going to dock at that time. And 90% of the time, the boats are on time. I'm not talking about these outliers, bro.
You're literally showing that you are living in a fantasy perfect world with no correlations of having time differences and things. That's my whole point. In reality, even airplanes, they have differences in flying times. Doesn't matter how much times you're going to fly the same route, the time will always differ.
I'm not saying they don't, so stop wasting our time. I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying on the majority of times.
You're saying that's the reason for globe. So we can concede then that the times and the distances are not always the same because of environmental reality issues? You're
talking about a percentage difference of 5 or 10%. I'm talking about a percentage difference of 30, 40, 50%, dude. You're barking up the wrong tree.
No, I'm showing you your perfect claim is not so perfect.
Would you please make a claim? Could I come here and you at least make one claim? So then, we can talk about flat Earth. Can you claim something about flat Earth?
Okay, we'll have to say this is beating a dead horse then with this argument. You guys agree? We'll move on to my argument then.
Yeah, move on.
You said you would demonstrate gas pressure without containment for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be able to do this for us, please?
Yeah.
Not you making a claim.
He brought an argument why that's a globe. I brought an argument why it's flat.
But this was Flatz's question to me. He wanted me to demonstrate gas pressure without a container. So, I mean, Flatzoid, all you got to do is go on your favorite search engine. Could be Bing, could be Ask Jeeves, and just search what is the pressure of a tornado and what is the pressure next to the tornado.
Okay, do you know that's the same system? You know weather systems exist in the same system. Let me put it in another analogy. If you have a fish tank, okay, and you have a goldfish in the fish tank, and you therefore add some more water in that fish tank, did I now take the change the system, or is it still the same system just with more water in it?
That's a fallacy in itself, because you're asking for proof within a proof. Do you know what I mean? So what do you want me to do? Put on my Superman outfit and go to the moon and do this? It's within our system. It's within our atmosphere. You've asked for gas pressure without a container. Those were your two parameters.
Okay, I'll make it easier for you.
Gas pressure without container.
I'll make it
and
easier
you
for
look
you.
it up. A tornado will have a 10 to 20% differential between the air around it, because the damage a bloody tornado does. It's different. Oh, you're just you're just moving the goalposts.
Sorry. So it's already in this. It's already
doing that.
Sorry, it's already in the contained system. So again, demonstrate.
So where do you want me to do it? Where do you want me to demonstrate it? Then on the moon or on Mars or?
Remember the thing was demonstrate gas pressure without containment. So you'd concede you can't demonstrate this then?
No, because I just demonstrated it. You can look up a tornado
in the same system, correct?
The damage a tornado can do because of the difference in pressure.
A tornado.
Dude, we're going to go around again. I'm not here to go around in circles, dude. You can deny all you want, but I have explained gas pressure without a container.
Running away already. Again.
Okay, I'm going to
A tornado is in the same system. That air that's moving around, STST, is already there, correct? You do know high pressure and low pressure systems in the same system. Okay, weather is already in the same system, which is contained. Can you bring up one?
Dude,
okay, let's put it easy for you. Can you bring up a gas law?
you're just in denial of it, dude. Like everybody knows, you can see it with your own eyes, a tornado, and it is a differentiating gas pressure next to another one within the atmosphere. And surely this is what you want. I'm talking about Earth's atmosphere, and then suddenly, oh no, it happens on Earth. You can't talk about that. Come on, man. You're just literally being pedantic. I've shown the evidence, and it exists. It happens on Earth. And I'm afraid you are just in denial.
I'm gonna
wait 1 minute. What were your claim, Flat? What were your question?
I want him to demonstrate gas pressure without containment. That gas pressure system is already contained. The guy's not getting it. Can you see my screen, STST?
Oh, bro.
It's paint.
I think Michael's even with me on this. Like he understands. He's like, no, he's right. Like that is a fucking one pressure.
He doesn't agree with you.
I don't agree with ST, but I'm finding it hard to follow when you it's getting banterish, and it's this listening to debates ain't my thing, mate. I've only done this because Flatzoid needed a moderator, but it's not my thing listening to this sort of thing.
Okay. Anyway, so. You see the 1, 2, and 3 on screen, ST?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's do it this way. We're here and we're eating a piece of steak. What came before the steak?
Oh, this dude.
No. Come
Why
on.
even go there? This isn't evidence, man.
What came before the steak? What came before the steak?
We're getting to like nursery rhymes.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna say.
You asked for gas pressure without containment, and I gave that to you, and then you say, "Oh, what you've said is within our enclosed system."
Great.
What do you expect me to do?
So
there's no way I could do it without getting into space. That's what you're saying.
Would you let me talk? So.
Yes,
your argument is pressure gradients, correct?
Well, I didn't say that. No, I said tornadoes, but I mean that is one hell of an argument.
Okay, tornado is a pressure gradient. You do know that because it's differential pressures in the same system.
Yes, I do know that, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it's a different pressure without containment, and that debunks your argument.
Okay, now I need you to keep quiet for more than 2 seconds. What comes before pressure gradient? What do you require to have pressure gradient? The answer would be gas, okay?
Well, when I was looking into it, it said really, like, say any kind of gas pressure, you would expect it just to be kind of the same pressure throughout. Each particle has exactly the same chance of hitting the top, has exactly the same chance of hitting the bottom, the side, and the side. But then when we take that pressure system to Earth, there becomes just no pressure, does there? You can see as you go up, there becomes less and less pressure.
Great. I'm still showing this. Okay, so we have pressure gradients, which requires gas. What do we need to have gas pressure? What does PSI stands for? Pounds per square inch.
Pounds per square inch, yeah, but you can have that without a container.
Oh, really?
You do not need that to have.
Really?
Of course
Show me
you can.
Show me this.
Yeah.
Show me what PSI, pounds per square inch without container.
Pounds per square inch, yeah. Well, just look it up now. What is the PSI of the atmosphere? And it will be 14.7 at sea level. And then as you go up, it will become less and less and less. And there's no barrier in between these differentiating things. We don't just have to look at 1,000 feet. We can look at ground level to say 80,000 feet, and the difference is huge.
Awesome.
And there's no physical barrier there.
Awesome. So we have pressure gradient, which is number 3. Okay. So once we have number 3, that means we had number 2 first. And because we had number 2, we had containment. Pounds per square inch requires
You're just wrong, dude.
Pounds per square inch requires a physical surface to read it. Do you know how a barometer works?
Only one, bro.
Do you know how a barometer works?
Of course I do. And that pressure gradient is literally works perfectly because the Earth is a globe. So everything, the pressure is because of the air.
Claims instead of demonstrating.
Not making claims, bro. you're the one not making claims. Like, I'm happy to make claims. I'm happy to claim the Earth is a globe. I'm happy to claim there's a pressure gradient because I know it all just conforms to the Earth being a globe. You're the one trying to fight for a flat Earth, and you're not even giving anything for it. You're still just trying to talk about steak. I mean, come on, bro.
Okay,
Show
the point
evidence.
here is without the cow, you can't have the steak. So without the container, you can't have the gas to have your tornado or pressure gradient. You fighting for your tornado or pressure gradient is you not demonstrating no containment. It's you ignoring it is in containment.
No.
Yes.
You physically... No, you're just putting words in my mouth, bro. I'm not being funny. Like, you know, you can obviously think what you want, but I am not agreeing with you at all there.
Can you bring me
one?
Can you bring me one gas law up that has no containment, please?
Can you bring me one gas person that came up with these laws that is a flat earther or thought there was a dome?
Sorry,
dude. Like,
sorry. What's that? What's that red herring? What's that red herring? Again. Bring me one gas law that has no containment required, please.
Well, you need to show me the laws for me to even know what I'm trying
Dalton's
to
law, Boyle's law.
Laws, bro.
Avogadro's
law.
Bring them up then, Flatzoid.
Okay, I'll bring all the laws for you. How's that? All gas laws.
But none of the people that came up with the laws thought there was a dome or were flat earthers, dude. They are not your supporters. Their evidence is not yours.
So what's that got to do with gas laws? People's opinions have nothing to do with natural law.
Don't you think they would know? Don't you think the people that actually came up with these laws that you're about to quote would be flat earthers? Like, it's just a bit silly, really, isn't it?
That's got nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't think their opinion on what... I mean, you can't divine that anyway, like with these dead people.
I think, well, no, I'm not saying that. I mean, they may well have been flat earthers. I'm not trying to put words in their mouth, but surely it would be better to have these people that came up with these gas laws to actually be saying at the same time, oh, Earth definitely has a dome. Earth definitely has this because these laws exist. You know, what's happened is these laws were discovered and then flat earthers have read them and put them into their own way of believing that this supports their belief system. Like, nobody that wrote these laws ever thought about a dome or flat earth or anything. Like, so that is a valid argument, bro. Like, you know, it's just these people had no care about flat earth.
I love your obfuscation, yeah, but the point is now gas laws. Can you see on screen all the gas laws? Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's law.
There's a difference between gas laws and atmospheric pressure. They're
I love when you say that.
Totally different things.
Sorry,
they are two totally different things.
Do you know what Dalton's law is?
I don't have a clue, dude, but neither do you.
Dude, do you even know who you're talking to here?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I really do. And
it's the partial, the partial pressures that
these
make
laws,
up... Dalton's law is the partial pressures that make up your 14.7 psi. Do you know what those partial pressures are?
I know that the atmosphere makes our Earth at sea level pressured at 14.7 psi, and you would have to explain why you believe there's a dome and why there's no pressure up where the dome is. Because you say, oh, you can't have pressure without a dome, yet all of the pressure is on the surface of Earth. So why do we need a dome when there's nothing up there to even need water?
You seem to be spiraling. Anyway, what is O2, mate? O2. Do you know what O2 is? Okay, that'll be
O2.
Oxygen. Okay. Anyway, do you see that it has all of these different gases which make up our atmosphere? You see there, 14.69. That is the conglomerate of all these gases. You see that all have different...
one thing?
Do you see that all have different... Can I finish my statement first? Can you see that all have different PSI readings, which make up the 14.7 psi. Notice that they all have different PSI readings and they bring them in a container. Why is that? Because it's volume based. Do you know what volume means?
Well, you want someone to bring an atmosphere with them.
Sorry, I am educating you clearly because you don't know any gas law, and you want to tell me atmosphere doesn't require containment because you are ignorant to the subject.
Bro, just look into it, man, and do actual research on it. What you're talking about has nothing to do with our atmosphere, so it's just a null and void argument.
This is your atmosphere in a nutshell. Don't tell me it's got nothing to do with it. You just said you don't even know what it is, told me I don't know what it is, yet I'm the one educating you on it. Projection much?
You're not educating me on it, dude. You can think you are.
Okay.
But you're dude.
Do you...
Just
so, again...
Boyle's law, you're showing a container. Like, you're showing, like, what happens in these situations. We're not talking about that. We're talking at the moment about an Earth. Like, why are you showing little containers?
Because that is your atmosphere.
Oh, dude, this is not evidence whatsoever. You are just trying to like look at something and go, oh, Boyle's law, this mildly agrees with the way I think about our world.
Okay.
And you have no idea why you're even sharing it.
Can I tell you something? Every single claim I've made about gas now, Boyle's law, Dalton's law, Avogadro's law, Gay-Lussac's law, combined gas laws, ideal gas, we can demonstrate this with actual demonstration. And you know what the one
as I can, I can demonstrate a tornado without gas pressure, and you denied that totally.
I'm still talking. And you know what the one thing is that they all require to work? Do you know? Do you know what that one thing is that they all require? You see this thing? You see that thing?
You're just not even talking about the right subject, dude. You're like not even on
Volume 1
on the right subject.
You see what you know what that V stands for there in Charles' law?
We're talking about the atmosphere. We're talking about like the pressure gradient in the atmosphere. And tornadoes. The tornadoes that destroy the fact that you think, oh, you can't have a different pressure system without a container.
Again, a tornado is in this. Let's put it this way: you see this container here. You see these little red. You see these little red gas particles in here.
You're only claiming that. You're only claiming that.
Are you actually listening? Are you actually listening? Let's say this container here. It has little gas particles. You understand that the tornado you're claiming is inside this container.
And would you agree if that happened inside a container that there's a difference in pressure difference without a container? Because otherwise you've got no argument, dude. Because how can you even expect anyone to answer it if you can't do it on Earth? Do you know what I mean? Do you not see that?
So you can't.
You're saying like you can't do it within our own atmosphere. What? How do you expect me to be able to debunk that, bro? That is ridiculous.
So we agree then.
Number one, bro. So you're saying there's a container, is there?
Yes.
Is that your claim?
Yes.
That there is a container?
Yes.
Can you show me evidence of the container, please?
Yes, we're breathing right now. The antecedent for gas pressure requires containment. All gas law stipulates this. It's a natural law.
We need physical evidence of containment, bro.
Yes,
because words are not enough right now.
Yes, we're breathing.
Has anybody ever hit it? Has anybody ever seen it? Ever photographed it? Has anyone even ever done anything in regards to it?
When you went
because if you're claiming a container...
When you went to a restaurant and you ate that piece of steak, did you ever see that cow?
Bro, like, why... Can you answer me this, bro?
Did you ever see that cow when you ate the piece of steak at a restaurant, Seektooth?
I'm not here to talk about cows and restaurants.
Run away, run away.
I'm here to talk. No, I'm here to talk about the
We are breathing because we have containment. All gas laws validate this.
That's your claim.
Sorry, why are you white-knighting? I thought you're a moderator.
I thought you're moderator. You still haven't shown any evidence of that.
I thought...
you still haven't shown any evidence. They're just claims.
All the gas laws I just brought up. I brought up all gas laws. You have not brought up anything.
Shown evidence.
Okay,
you haven't shown evidence of a dome, bro.
Must I show demonstrations of all gas laws for you?
No, I'm not going to sit here just reading nonsense.
Because I have physical demonstrations for what I claim. You don't. You just have... you just have, I don't believe you.
No. Not at all, mate. I have the whole bloody navigation system based on a globe behind me. You have
Sorry, why are you talking about
nothing. You
navigation
still
again?
have presented
Why are you talking about navigation
absolutely
again when we're
nothing.
literally talking now about gas pressure?
Trying to destroy you again on that subject. Gas pressure, mate. You're not getting it. A tornado is gas pressure without containment. I got that point, and
Prove
you are
it.
not
Prove
willing
it
to
without
accept
containment.
it.
Go.
It's pathetic.
Prove it without
What do
containment.
you mean
Go.
prove it without containment? It's one pressure next to another without containment.
In the same
It's a
system.
3D object.
In the same system. Just like I
Well,
have a
you
fish
didn't ask
tank.
the right, you didn't ask the right
Okay,
question
let's do
then,
this
mate,
way.
did you?
Let's
You
put
know,
this way.
this is what's known as moving the goalposts. And
No.
people that know they're losing a debate have
Sorry.
to move the
Sorry,
goalposts.
STST.
Because
Ooh,
I answered
seem to
him
get triggered,
and
yeah.
he got it
Okay,
wrong.
let's
Yeah.
see. Now let's say,
We're
Yeah,
just
hold on there,
talking
lads.
over each other,
Yeah.
man.
Let's
It's inaudible.
yeah, let's say you have a room, STST. You would agree there's wind in your room if your window's open, correct?
This is just not even the subject, bro. Like, this is just ridiculous
It's a
talking about
simple
wind
yes
in
or no.
rooms.
Simple yes or
No,
no.
it's a simple. You aren't doing anything
I'm
to
in a
prove your
room-
claim.
If
You
I'm in a
haven't
room,
even made a claim yet.
if
Can
I'm-
you make a claim?
Moderators,
Make a claim.
can you get him to just stop talking while I'm talking? If you're in a room,
Just one minute. Like, it's killing my ears, lad. So try not to talk over each other. If Flatzoid wants to try and explain something, just listen and then rebut him rather than trying to jump in while he's doing it.
thank you.
Because I'm getting irritated.
It is difficult. It is difficult.
I know it's difficult.
Give me
And
the time, dude.
I don't really want to be jumping in at all, like, but it is what it is. But it's inaudible for me, so it's going to be inaudible for anybody who's watching. So if Flats wants to explain wind or whatever he wants to, just let him a couple of minutes, and then you can rebut him after. Is that all right?
Well, it is, but I'm only going to say the same thing that it's irrelevant. But I'll let him carry on.
But you're saying it at the same time as he's trying to say what he's saying, and you know what it sounds like.
Okay, we're going to try again. Your tornado, we can do demonstrations of these tornadoes, which always requires a container of a sort. Now, when I have a room and there's wind in a room, you would agree that the wind is traveling inside the room. Now, if I go and let's say I start a fire in this room and there's smoke, okay? Would it still be in the room, STST?
I just personally don't understand why this has anything to do with our argument. I don't know why I would need to answer that question. Like, it's just, to me, a bit of a silly question.
Because this will show if you're honest or not, because you would understand the same system, aka your tornado, is still the same system. Weather systems, aka the same gas moving around in the same system, is not a proof or demonstration of gas pressure without containment. It's just you simply being naive and ignorant to understand gas requires containment.
No, dude, because what you're asking means that I cannot do any experiment on Earth that would satisfy your request.
Because it's
You
impossible.
know what I mean?
So
you're
would
asking
agree.
me to do something. No, I'm not agreeing. I'm saying that you have unreasonable requests because we're talking about our atmosphere, and then I demonstrate something that happens within that, and then you instantly go, oh, that can't happen because that's within Earth's atmosphere. So how do you expect me to do that? Like, you're asking me to do it, but then when I say that, anything that happens on Earth can't be the answer. So what do you want me to do? Like, join the ISS program, dude?
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Remember,
like, it's just, I've given you examples that happen on Earth, and then suddenly, oh, it happens on Earth. You can't have that.
okay, remember I asked you
Do you not see that logic?
Remember I asked you to demonstrate gas pressure without containment. So when you point to a already contained tornado, it's not a demonstration. You can see on screen what a definition of demonstration means, correct? Can you see what it says in number 2?
So
what does number
so
2
dude,
say?
so now surely you should demonstrate why a tornado is not what I'm claiming, because there's measurements. You can look them up and go on any of your favorite providers, and there's measurements of tornadoes, like this, the eye of the tornado, the eye of the storm, and they're just so different to 5-6 feet away.
Great.
And I'm saying to you, how is this not evidence of a differentiating pressure without containment?
Again.
Because it is. And then you say, oh, it happens on Earth, so you can't accept it.
No. Way to misrepresent me. So, again, you pointing number 3, which be pressure gradients, comes after the need having gas, which comes after the need having containment. All this is yes, every single thing, all this...
It bounces off something.
Well, I'm still talking. Every single thing in reality shows you need containment to have gas pressure. All gas laws attest to this. All demonstrations attest to this. You even admitted you cannot demonstrate this because you can't go outside of your beloved globe. So we need to have faith that your globe can violate natural law. Well done, man.
Right. So, okay. Let me have a bit of time now, bro. You've been talking at me a lot and not allowing me to speak. You have. So can I have a few minutes, please?
Well,
No, I'm not saying for ages. I'm just saying you've had the last 4 or 5 minutes. So let me have 4 or 5 minutes.
You can't count either.
Just let him talk, man. Go on, see.
The whole argument with, like, you know, flat earthers believe there is no space, right? Like, there is no vacuum of space. It doesn't exist. So why would there even need to be a container? Do you know what I mean? Like, because if you don't believe in space and you don't believe the vacuum is there, why would it even need containing? Because the other side of that must be, in your heads, a vacuum because it needs containing. Do you know what I mean? So how are you saying, oh, space doesn't exist, it's all fake, but then 1 minute saying, oh, we need containing because Earth, you know, would go off into this vacuum?
Okay. Can I explain to you what gas behavior is?
Oh, you can, but dude, this will have still nothing to do with proving your claim that there is a boundary.
It has everything.
Do you know what I mean?
It has everything to do with it. Okay, I'm going to just take this definition off screen because it just says practical demonstration, which you've never done. But anyway, gas.
No, I mean,
gas.
You won't have either.
How gas behaves. You asked me to explain it. How gas behaves is gas moves in all directions. They have what you call elastic collisions. They can only change direction with a collision. You would agree with that? Great. So I'm going to
So my question is, why are there no collisions up where a dome would be? Because there's no gas pressure or atmospheric pressure up there for there to be a need of a container, because it just gets less and less and less and less. So there's nothing up there even for anything to bounce off. So why would it need to be there?
Because of gas behavior. The volume is greater up there with less.
No.
You want me to explain, then you talk over me while I'm trying to explain. Now, that's brilliant.
But you're incorrect.
Oh, again, moderator, white knighting. Sorry, moderator. Did someone ask for your opinion?
I'm
not incorrect. By the way.
Okay.
By the way, let's get back to the topic here. Let's say this is a gas particle. Well, let's do this. Let's just make your Earth quickly ground.
I'd rather it if you show me a map that worked rather than a bit of paper that says cow and steak on it.
I'm explaining gas to you. Let's say we have now the gas all over the place. Okay? The gas is bouncing around in all directions. You agreed to that, correct? So that means the gas part is going this way, going this way, going that way, going that way. You would agree to that? Great. Now, what happens when a gas hits here and goes in that direction? Remember, you agreed with me when you said gas have elastic collisions. they can only change direction with another collision. If a gas hits the floor of the Earth now and it goes away, there's nothing to make it come back. Do you see your issue?
No.
No. So the gas would just carry on moving. So all the gas we have on Earth would just hit the floor and bounce away and never return.
Well, no. Obviously, the pressure gradient, which is from the weight of all the air there, the air bounces on that before it gets away from Earth. Like, you know, it's just, and then it just goes and goes to nothing, like, and then just turns to a near vacuum. You know, it is as simple as that. You have no need for the container because it's such a, you know, and measurably, like everyone knows about that pressure gradient. So it just goes to nothing. So there's no need for this at the top of your image there. You know, yeah, things are bouncing on the Earth, but what's bouncing on the top? You know, there's nothing that even gets up there to bounce.
Okay.
So there would be no need for that containment.
This might be a bit, how can I put it, advanced for you. There's less gas higher up with a higher volume to fill. Avogadro's law.
Dude.
I'm bringing more gas laws to you. You know what Avogadro's laws is?
I know that every one of those gas laws and anyone that wrote those laws will never, ever have mentioned flat Earth or believed in flat Earth. So I'm fully confident that whatever information you're giving me is just totally misrepresented, and there's no other way of explaining it. You can't show me this happening on a flat Earth.
Sorry,
therefore,
again,
no
not answering my question.
I'm sorry, bro.
Again, not answering my question and going to what you divine people's beliefs to be, which has nothing to do with the argument. Do you know what Avogadro's law states?
Do you?
Yes,
Can we hear it, please? Right, let's see what it states.
The volume and the amount is proportional. So inversely proportional. So if you're increasing the volume, the amount of gas pressure will decrease because you got the same amount of gas in the increasing volume. So in other words, you have on the floor, on the surface of the ground, we have a smaller volume, more things to hit off of, more collisions, aka more pressure. The higher you go up, there's more space to fill and less collisions due to the amount of gas because they're concentrated at the bottom. Therefore, we have pressure gradients. Now, the gas...
Lovely. Can you then explain to me... I'm sorry, my turn, dude.
I'm still talking. I am
you're
still
doing a
talking.
majority of the talking now, mate.
I'm still talking.
It's getting a bit
I'm
embarrassing.
busy talking. Now, if it goes up and we still have air to breathe, that means it's coming back down, STST. So it has a collision against something. What would that something be? Oh, I don't know. Containment.
No, dude. Not at all. You're still actually not explaining why there would need containment up there, because you need to show me evidence that there's even air pressure up there that can bounce off something. There's nothing there. Like the maximum air molecules are even seen as like thousands of feet below where it becomes like nearly a vacuum. So there's no evidence of anything needing to bounce off anything up there, bro.
Do you know how
so
they
again,
measure
you're just claiming something that is just, again, not evidence for a flat Earth. You're just trying to attack something you don't understand.
Sorry, again, projecting your ignorance onto me. You're the one that's claimed the whole time not to know any gas laws or gas behavior or anything.
A lot about homonyms.
Again, when a gas goes up, it has what we call elastic collisions. It can only return with another collision. This is fact.
Yeah,
now I am still talking and you're talking over me again.
Oh,
so you
require... Are you going to at least let me combat that? Like, are you going to let me talk?
Can you wait for my statement to finish before you talk? Because this seems to be a recurring issue with you. You're not letting me finish talking. Okay?
Oh, mate.
So the
You're just trying to get prime time.
Again, your projection does not make you right. It just makes you very ignorant and naive. Gas pressure requires containment. Now, when you have that measurement using a barometer, that's a container.
Can you show me one citation where gas pressure needs a container?
Yes.
Can you please show me one piece of evidence where the atmosphere of Earth needs to be contained? I need to see this, please, because otherwise this is just silly.
How will NASA will NASA suffice for you because you love NASA so much? Let's us bring them.
Evidence will suffice me.
Yeah, I'm going to even bring NASA up because you love NASA. You trust NASA, correct?
I trust evidence, dude. I don't care about NASA, to be honest.
You said one. So I'm going to bring one citation that shows you. I can bring a plethora of them, but one's enough. I'll just bring one that you trust the source because you believe they do send people to space. So you obviously trust them. What does it say here? Can you read this?
That's gas pressure, dude. That's not atmospheric pressure. That's not atmospheric pressure.
What are we breathing right now? Gas?
But they're different things. It's well known. You know, it is well known that they are totally different things. So it's not like a silly argument from me. Like gas pressure and atmospheric pressure are two totally different things.
Okay.
So I'm not going to sit here arguing about a can of deodorant.
An important property of gas is at its pressure. We have some experience with gas pressure and we don't have the properties like viscosity and compressibility. Every day we hear the TV meteorologists compare value to barometric pressure of the atmosphere. Guess what? Barometric pressure means gas pressure, mate. And most of us have blown up a balloon or you used a pump to inflate a bicycle tire or a basketball. Now this is very, very simple stuff. I'm going to read something. So, while the kinetic energy is half the mass times the square of the velocity, as the gas molecules collide with the walls of the container, as shown on the left of the figure, the molecules impart momentum on the walls. That is what pressure is. So, producing a force perpendicular to the wall.
Yeah.
So, you require a container there.
Show evidence. You'd need to show evidence that there was another wall, wouldn't you? If you know what I mean? Because at the minute, the only example you can show is like a can of Pepsi or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you've got to show me evidence that a plane can exist, an infinite plane can exist with a dome above it. That's your task. That's your mission operandi.
Every single gas law in existence has volume. Do you know what volume means?
Dude, you're trying to take me away from the obvious that you have absolutely nothing to back your claims, and I'm not accepting it. I'm not falling for this.
Gas law in
stuff about these gas laws.
Every single gas law in existence proves me right and you wrong.
Well, no, because you haven't shown me any person or any citation where these gas laws said
I got on screen.
This can only work. Oh, can you show me the part where it says it only happens because the Earth's flat?
Sorry, that's a straw man.
I've missed that part.
That's a straw man. Do you know what volume is?
Of course I do, bro.
What's volume?
But I'm questioning whether you do.
What's volume?
Volume has nothing to do with our debate. We're talking about the shape of our planet. It is a globe versus a flat plane.
Volume would require containment because it's a boundary.
Only in the respects you're thinking about, bro. We're talking about atmospheric pressure.
Yes.
There's a total difference.
And I brought it up with Dalton's law. How about
this.
ideal gas law? Because that's also proportionate to your atmospheric pressure. You want me to bring ideal gas law up?
You're just talking about nonsense now, bro. Like, are you gonna show us any evidence? Are you gonna show us actually any evidence that the Earth is flat?
That is evidence because we're breathing, therefore the Earth is contained, so therefore it's not a globe. Welcome to Flat Earth,
You haven't shown me evidence. You haven't shown me evidence an atmosphere can exist with only containment. So until you can show me that, you have proven nothing. I'm sorry, dude.
It's called natural law. Every single demonstration, every single demonstration, every single gas law.
With the atmosphere. I'm sorry, buddy.
you know what I'm going to say to you?
Very good
Show
one.
me a gas demonstration that doesn't require containment. Demonstration. Remember what demonstration means. I showed the definition on screen. A practical
tornado.
exhibition. No, sorry,
A
that's pointing to the
tornado.
sky. That's pointing to the sky. I want a
No, it's not,
demonstration,
buddy.
please. A practical
I'm not,
exhibition.
what do you want me to do? Start spinning 1,000 miles an hour to create one? Like a tornado is a difference in gas, in pressure without containment. I got that point about 40 minutes ago, bro.
So, a
Like-
practical exhibition and explanation of how something works or is performed. That is
No.
what a demonstration is. So, will you demonstrate to me gas pressure without containment, please?
Dude, it's an unreasonable request because you're being silly and you're just trying to get away from the fact that you have not got any evidence to back your claims. You're just trying to ask stupid questions, and it is getting rather grinding
This is when I'm going to
because you have shown no evidence for your claim. Like, what is this debate even for? All I've sat here doing is defending reality. Are you going to show me anything that actually makes me question, because I'm a real truther, whether the earth will be flat again or not?
Okay, again, I'm gonna point out to I'm gonna point out to
We've been
you.
going an hour and a half, bro. We've been going an hour and a half, and you have shown me absolutely nothing. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity, and if you don't, I'm just going to go, buddy, because this is just getting silly. Have you got any evidence that the earth is flat?
I'm going to point out to you and everybody how I have brought a plethora of citations and laws, and this guy's just said, nah, that's his evidence. Making claims
It's
with
misunderstandings. No, buddy, because you haven't shown evidence that any of those citations supported flat Earth. You've just shown me gas laws that had nothing to do with anything apart from gas.
Sorry?
Are you really thinking you can prove flat Earth with gas?
Gas laws have nothing to do with gas.
It's just ridiculous.
So you're saying gas has nothing to do with gas?
Yeah, atmosphere. So have you got nothing?
What's
because I'm gonna go in a minute, mate.
Can I just jump in? You both come up with 2 points that you wanted to argue. If you wanted to argue about proving whether Earth was flat or not, you should have been arguing about whether you can see and measure Earth curve or not. You know what I mean? Gas pressure is not going to prove shape of Earth.
Yes,
no, wait,
Michael.
but it's going to disprove the globe because they say it's an open system, Michael.
It's just a silly argument, dude.
Like, you want STST is wanting to argue, like you just said, are we going to prove shape of Earth and prove flat? But you had points that you were arguing and we're drifting off them.
No, I agree with that one. We can always do curve, but if the guy's too dishonest not to even concede that gas requires containment, do you think he's going to be honest enough to understand the horizon is not physical?
I'm not going to concede that, dude. Like, you search on your screen right now, whoever your provider is, like, does gas need containment? And you won't be able to show me anything where it just says, oh, yeah, we cannot have gas pressure without containment. So why don't you do that? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, let's research. Let's look into it.
Okay.
So search it, bro.
Okay, we'll do that.
Like, I'm literally I'm here to try and, like, tell you guys, like, I won't go there, but like, I'm just a truth seeker. Like, just try to look it up. Like,
yeah, that's just not even that's just someone's question. Let's see. Gas. We enclose the gas with the container. We detect pressure in the gas from the molecules colliding with the walls of the container. Gas pressure study guide. Pressure can be defined as force area. Oh yeah.
Sorry, share your screen as well, please.
NASA.gov, the one we went through already. How about this one? Pressure study guide. Containment. What is gas pressure formula? Pressure equals force per area. You see that area is meters squared. Do you understand what that means?
Sorry, we need to talk about atmospheric pressure. Sorry, that was my bad. We need to search, like, proof of atmospheric pressure.
You want to see what is atmosphere? Is that what you want? What is
no, I don't want to know. I know what it is. I'm just asking you to kind of look it up.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying I'm here with all the answers. Like, and
okay,
people hate Google usually, but you're there.
Okay, Now, I want you to tell me, well, let's do this. What is the atmosphere comprised of? This was Dalton's law.
Right, okay, Flats. So you're searching Dalton's law. Please show me within Dalton's law where this agrees with the flat
on
Earth.
screen, Earth's atmosphere is comprised of about 78% nitrogen, that's a gas, 21% oxygen, another gas, and 1% of other gases, that's usually like argon and so forth, okay? Do you know that gases all have to abide by gas laws? And what do all gas laws stipulate? What all gas laws stipulate? No, all gas laws stipulate.
The Earth is a globe.
Sorry.
You still haven't shown me. You still haven't shown me anything to do with the shape of the Earth. You're just talking about gas laws, bro. And like Michael said, why are we talking about?
You just asked me, and I'm literally answering you on a question you just asked me. All gas laws require containment. We breathe gas right now. Your atmospheric pressure is derived from the ideal gas law and its subsidiary laws like Dalton's law and Boyle's law, which are gas laws. You being ignorant and projecting your ignorance onto me is not proof that it's a globe. It's just proof that you are a dishonest moron that can't accept that you don't have a globe without containment.
That's a lot about homonyms again.
That is,
That's
again,
fact. It's not an omen. I gave a state of fact. He is ignorant. He even conceded to be ignorant.
I didn't disagree with the ignorance. I disagreed with the dishonest.
He is dishonest.
That's your right.
It is
that's
dishonest.
your right, Flatzoid.
Sorry.
You're ignorant.
What is dishonesty?
Where can you demonstrate that?
What is dishonesty,
Where
guys?
can you demonstrate the dishonesty?
He can't accept that gas requires containment after I showed him.
His ability to accept is not
how many times have I showed all gas laws on screen? Deadly. How many times on screen have I showed all gas laws?
Dishonesty. Where are you showing the dishonesty?
Yes. Him saying, nah, that's wrong. That's dishonesty.
Not necessarily.
You still haven't shown any evidence the Earth is flat. Can we not get this back onto topic? No, you haven't. All you've done is denied the globe. You haven't shown any evidence. Zero.
Is your globe open or a closed system?
Oh, bro. See,
is your globe open or a closed system?
I'm going to ask that question. What is this? Come on. You're supposed to be a flat earther, or are you even a flat earther? This is about proving the globe.
Okay, again.
Closed system.
Okay, I'm going to give you two scenarios.
You can look at Earth as a closed system.
I'm going to give you two scenarios. Flat Earth,
It
enclosed.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So,
let's talk about the planet. Let's talk about the shape of Earth.
Listen, let me just finish the statement, then we can talk about flat Earth is an enclosed system. Listen, flat Earth is an enclosed system. The fact we breathe, it keeps to natural law, so that means it's flat. The fact we can only demonstrate gas requires containment shows it's flat. The fact that your globe is an open system doesn't make it reality. It debunks it being a globe because it would all be dead right now. So therefore, my argument 100% proves it is not a globe, as we would all be dead, because the gas we breathe would keep with the second law of thermodynamics and fill the available space. This is not happening, so therefore globe is debunked.
No. That's an argument from incredulity, which means I don't understand.
More projection.
Dude, we're here to try and prove flat Earth. Have you not got any evidence? I keep asking you. Have you got evidence of a flat Earth? Please.
Yes.
Show me.
Yes. All horizons are optical.
Horizons are only possible because Earth is a globe. A horizon is a curve effect.
Another claim.
Yeah. So prove my claim wrong.
No, you're the one of the burden saying it's
hold
only
on. You make a claim, and he makes one, and then you give out him for making a claim.
Dave, he made a claim that it's only globe.
You went first.
I said all horizons.
No, you went first.
Why?
That's a claim. All horizons are optical is a claim.
Must I bring the definition up for you, Deadly?
Go for it.
This is getting silly.
Wow. Yeah, this is getting silly because...
what were you going to talk about, dude? Because I am going to go soon because I came here for evidence of a flat Earth and I was going to debate against it. And all I've had at the minute
you weren't even here.
Reality attacked, and you haven't shown me anything
even
that
in this debate, mate. So again, you got on screen, horizon. What does it say? The line
That's
at
a-
which the
been
Earth's
playing
surface and
chess.
sky appear to meet. What does appear mean, dude? Would that be visual, optical?
Yes, and to have a horizon, Earth would have to be spherical.
There
It
we
wouldn't
go.
happen like that on a flat Earth.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's your
So
claim.
you
Prove
you
it.
think
Have
There's
you
your claim.
decided?
can
Prove
you
it.
show,
Have you decided
can you
because
show evidence
there,
that proves otherwise,
Sorry,
Flatzoid?
sorry, Deadly.
You all
Am
you
I
said was
debating-
words.
Sorry, am I debating Deadly or am I debating you, ST? So again, ST.
Sorry, I thought that was aimed at me. Apologies.
Okay, anyway, ST, I made a claim that horizons are optical. I brought the definition up that shows this claim. So I have backed up my claim. Your claim is you can only have an horizon on a globe Earth. So now I want you to back that claim up.
Well, you just got to look at a horizon, haven't you? And research that with math, a distinct horizon, no matter optical, would not be so definite like that. On a flat Earth, it would just merge off in the distance. It would just become muddy, murky, and just there would be no definitive horizon.
Sorry, I
It
don't
just
see. I
doesn't
don't see.
work
I
on a
don't see you
flat
backing
Earth,
up your
dude.
claim. You're just
So-
saying words doesn't make it backing up your claim. Bring your evidence
Well,
for your
you
claim.
think that, mate. You think that, but again, everybody, the consensus which you hate is that the Earth is a globe. Every measurement ever, every photograph ever matches the globe, and nobody has ever proved otherwise.
And what if I
so
can
it's
show
kind of up to
And
you
what if I
guys,
can
really,
show? What if I can show
to prove it.
demonstrations? What if I can show demonstrations on flat surfaces showing horizons and bottom-up obstruction?
No, because that flat surface won't be infinite. What you believe Earth to be, because I've heard you say
another
it.
straw
infinite
man.
flat Earth.
Sorry.
No,
That's a lie.
I've heard you say
Dude.
infinite flat Earth,
Wow,
dude.
guys,
So
he just lied.
that table
Show
would
me.
end.
Bring up where I said infinite flat plane, please, because I've never said that. Bring it up. That's a lie. No much truth are you?
In your video, the live one, you say it all the
waiting.
time, dude.
No,
You
no,
say it
I
all the
never.
time.
Everybody that knows me.
I will jump in on there. No, I don't claim that.
Thank you.
ST.
Thank you. So that's an outright lie.
The video you shared.
Sorry, that's not me
Show
claiming infinite.
me-
He said infinite. Did I say infinite? Or was I simply pointing out the moon was below the
Maybe
horizon?
don't share the video then.
Oh,
But
sorry.
if you don't agree with it, don't share the video. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so instead of saying, yes, I'm sorry, I lied, you want to now say,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't say infinite plane,
this
did
is
I?
just getting silly now, dude. No, this is just becoming semantics, and you've shown absolutely nothing.
I can demonstrate horizons
I'll
on a
back
flat
up
Earth.
everything by knowing.
I can
No,
demonstrate.
horizons don't work on a flat Earth.
I can demonstrate
It
it.
just doesn't
I
work.
can
Nothing works
demonstrate
on a flat Earth. No map, no navigation, no
that's a
seasons,
lot of
no
claims.
sunrise, no sunset. It's galloping because I'm just a bit fed up of it. I've been here, done my duty, called you out for what you are. You've got no evidence of anything whatsoever.
Oh, really?
You've just attacked the globe.
So
and
again,
yeah, so
I can
see you
demonstrate my
later, buddy.
claims.
I'm
Have
off,
you
Dave. I'm off,
run?
mate.
Bye, coward.
Flatzoid had nothing. I'm dumpster firing because I'm so angry that Flatzoid bought absolutely nothing. He didn't explain how. Just watch it back.
Yeah, he's
See you later,
projecting.
guys.
Bye, ST.
See you later.
Bye, you liar. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to say this straight out. I am the only one that's brought up citations this whole evening. I'm the only one that's explained everything this whole evening. I'm the only one that can demonstrate my claims. What have we got from him? Lying about what I say, misrepresenting me, making straw mans, red herrings, nah, being ignorant and projecting his ignorance and naivety onto me. That's practically what happened tonight. And I ran.
I'm going to go too.
Oh, if you want to. Well, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Yeah. Hopefully I can debate
too.
you sometime, though. That'd be great.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
No interest in it. I'm not afraid.
Me neither. I don't bother with debates.
But it was nice having you on, man. Thank you.
You too. Bye now.
Cheers.
See you later.
Are we going to hop into Element
Right,
quickly?
right.
Because I'm sure the other people also want something to say.
Yeah. Come
Okay.
on, I'll leave you now then, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, going into Mr. Element again. So that was crazy. Now I'm just going to quickly read all the super chats.
I would have liked to moderate that one, though.
Sorry, I'm just going to quickly read the super chats. You guys fine with that?
You gotta be careful, man, because jumping too much and you're accused of white knighting. You know what I mean? It's
there's a difference between okay, so see my LZ sharing screen. Okay, I'm going to quickly just say all the super chats that I missed that I couldn't speak out.
I've been sat holding my tongue so much.
Okay. Sorry, Michael, would you mind if I quickly just say the super chats quickly? Is it fine?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Okay. He don't know up from down. That was PJ Cruikshank. That's so true. I mean, I literally showed him on screen, on his globe and on the flat. They both look in the same direction. The guy even agreed with me and then said, "Nuh-uh." That's how insane he was. SS Tiger, Perth and Sydney should see the sun virtually in the same direction at sunrise. For Sydney, they don't on a flat Earth map. And this is what I was trying to explain to him. Do we live on a flat Earth map? Do we live on a map? Have I ever claimed the map? No, I brought it up because he told me to bring it up. That was it. PJ, thank you very much for your £10, which says, you don't know what you're talking about, ST. So funny. That's so true. Most of the time, did you hear what he's saying? I ask him a thing, he doesn't know what it is, and then says, I don't know either. And then I literally go and explain it to him after he says, I don't know. It's insane. £2 super chat. No demo then. Thought not. Exactly. Can anybody show me once where he brought any demonstration or any evidence for anything he claimed? I think not. Again, JSS Tiger, thank you very much for your $5 switch. I said, if flat earthers don't feel they have the burden of proof, then the movement may as well be dead. No, you see, there's a difference by having a burden when you make a claim. Just like I can claim gas pressure requires containment because I can back it up. You guys have the burden to claim gas pressure doesn't require containment. You guys have to claim it is a globe because it's not what we observe. So therefore the burden is on you guys. Trying to reverse the burden doesn't make it a globe. It just makes you guys dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
Into the break, thank you very much for your $5 switch chat. He says, what's STST's claim? Non-physical concepts physically impeding the entropic effect of gas filling space. No physics demonstration of that. No, he points to a already contained gaseous environment, aka the atmosphere, quote unquote, and having a tornado which is already contained and saying therefore gas pressure without containment. Not understanding they step into step 3 without understanding you need step 2 and 1 for that to happen. But thank you very much for your super chat. And Swam PB, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, there is no article from Ask a Physicist. Would there be a horizon on a flat earth? They claim will be the same either way. This guy is a goofball. Exactly. Like I said, I can demonstrate. I've done many demonstrations. Many flat earthers have taken flat surfaces and shown horizons.
Yeah.
And it's blocking things bottom up. This guy makes a claim with absolutely bugger all. The guy didn't even know what dead reckoning was, for Pete's sake. Thank you, Taylor Vision, for your £2 super chat. Thank you very much. Need I say more? Right angle triangle, exactly. But yeah, it's great to see you guys. Thank you for coming. So, what do you guys have to say about that?
We are just shocked at how he cries and tries to run and, just keeps talking bullshit and claiming you don't prove anything when you keep doing. And, he's not letting you talk and he's not proving anything himself other than his ignorance and stupidity, if you ask me. And I don't know what that Deadly Dave was even doing there. Why didn't anyone ask him to leave and, make room for an actual moderator? Because he was a joke.
He wasn't a moderator. He sat there and white knighted for him all night.
He was only there to shake his head and laugh and go against things you say sometimes. He was wasting everyone's time.
Do you know something, Fats? I reckon I'm not the best debater, but I reckon I could beat STST. No,
he wasn't even in the debate.
No.
From the get-go, he literally wasn't even there. He kept making claims, hadn't presented one load of evidence for anything he claimed, and every time I said something, I showed it to him. Yet he tells me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, guys, this guy was never a flat earther. Ever.
Yeah. That's why I put up the what do you call it? super chat saying, hold on, what does it say?
He's not even a glober because he don't even get how his globe works anyway. You know,
That's also true.
You know, he doesn't even get any of it.
It's crazy.
That's why I said to him it was no demo then, thought not.
but
I
mean,
were being way too nice to him, Flatzoid. Way too nice, and what's it
I
called?
was just scared.
Patient.
I was scared he's gonna run away. That's why.
He did run
he would
away.
have.
And he ended up running away anyway at the end.
Yeah, he was leading up to it for a long time.
So I'm sorry.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave.
But I mean,
So it sounded like to me.
all I could see in that guy, the whole debate, was dishonesty. Can guys show me anywhere where he conceded one thing after saying he doesn't understand? I mean, there's a few things where he actually said, "No, I don't know," and then tells me I'm wrong. I mean, I don't understand. Then I said, "That's a laugh." Then I go and explain it to him and social citation that I'm right, and refuses to concede. That is dishonesty.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, he's too dumb to be a fluff, as Jeff says. Exactly. He was never a flat earther. You can go look at his channel if you want to. His first video on his channel is literally him wearing a NASA sweater.
Yeah.
And he opens up saying, "Oh, guys, I want to say I'm a flat earther." That's it. What?
Wow.
You don't open like that.
Did you notice him? Did you notice him saying that that then don't share the show then if you don't agree? That was a little attempt to see if he could get the video off the net, you know, because it's too embarrassing for him and he knows it.
Yeah, and by the way, 109 people watching, so thank you very much for all coming. Please do hit that share button as well and like to the people that aren't going to watch live, but yeah.
But, I reckon a primary sevener who is about 12-year-old could debate him.
Oh yeah. But I mean, the audacity of the guy telling me I don't understand things while I'm literally educating him on the subject.
Exactly.
Instead
He's using all the troll methods at once, you know.
He thought he's going to have I got you with a map, and instead of understanding, dude, flat earthers came up with the Capricorn. It was before it was even considered a globe. The people were flat earthers that observed this 2,000 years ago. Wow. Oopsie, your globe is only 500 years old. So yeah, the guy's such an idiot. He doesn't get when he claims, and then he makes a claim on a map. It shows this, but he wants me to take a map that is longitudinal and time-based. It's not latitudinal. That's not the make of the map. It has absolutely nothing to do with his latitudes. So the distances will be out because it's not made for that.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was someone who asked in the chat, who said, there's a good claim in the chat, a good question in the chat, the person said, and the question was, how does tornadoes and all that stuff then work in our world if there's no containment? Like, you know,
it can't.
If we're not contained, you know?
It can't, because the thing is, the air would rush away into the available space upwards and never return. You wouldn't get a tornado. You wouldn't have clouds. You wouldn't have low and high pressures. There would be no pressure gradient because there would be no gas.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He doesn't realize we live in a dynamic system, does he? He hasn't got a clue. I mean, he was on about if you're way up there near the dome, there's hardly any air. So how would you be able to breathe? You know what I mean? It's a dynamic system. You know what I mean? There's different pressure gradients.
But like I said, as soon as I point out to him, you ate a steak. Did you have to see that cow to eat a steak?
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. I'm breathing. Do I need to see the container to know I'm breathing? I don't see my lungs right now, but I know I got lungs because I'm breathing.
Well, a lot of people were eating arse and they didn't know it.
That's true.
I mean,
can you remember though, PJ, when in England they were getting them arse meat and nobody knew?
Sainsbury's was giving out horse meat instead of cow meat.
Yeah, there was a whole thing like that. Even in South Africa at the stage was donkey meat being sold as as BS, as cow meat.
Wow.
And they found out at a stage because it was cheaper for them because they had a supply issue or something. Hey, Rob Keen, thank you for becoming a King Rooster member. Really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you for all the support, guys. This is really appreciated.
Ali B's in the house. No way.
Ali B, what's up?
Ali B for a long time. How you doing, pal?
But it's good to see you. By the way, announcement.
Nice to see another Scotsman.
Yeah, by the way, announcement. Tomorrow night it's me versus McToon.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And it's gonna be on gravity again. So it's gonna be another STS. It's gonna be another FTFE debacle.
So FTFE's got to be.
Remember what happened to FTFE last time?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen to McToon tomorrow night.
So FTFE's Craig's going to be moderating.
No, I'm saying remember what happened to FTFE when we debated gravity.
Of course.
It's FTFT's back growth.
I don't know why they want to go through this punishment.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to sit in the same thing. Make sure to bring your evidence for your gravity, McToon. You claiming it. Don't do a STST. Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. Oh yeah, I mean, also last time with FT fight the flat Earth there. You know, man, the way. Okay, gravity is there, but we don't. No, gravity is a force, he says, and then he says, no, it's not, and then he goes, but it makes a force, and then how do you prove that force? No one can, but it's there.
We don't
That's
observe
what
it.
He says.
We don't observe it, but we observe it. It's like what?
Yeah, we can't prove it at all, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to be, just like with the fucking Photoshop.
Yeah, that sounds sad, but it's gonna be fun, McToon. Looking forward to tomorrow. It's gonna start at 11 Central African time, so it's gonna be about an hour earlier than it is now. And I'm surprised Michael's still awake.
I know.
Michael's had worst night of his life.
It was difficult for you. I could just picture you biting your tongue there the whole time.
I didn't have a good night either.
Hey.
Again.
Hey, Mr. Sensible, good to see you too. Thank you for coming. Are you still around? I thought Sensible's not around.
That's what we can't understand. Why you still here, mate?
Haven't seen him in such a long time. But anyway, I do need sleep. It is 10 to 12. I got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, any closing statements?
I think I might struggle to sleep tonight. I might keep seeing this horrible face.
And my outro I'm going to show now is going to show flat Earth proof as well, just for oh wait, what I got on screen at the back here. There we go. That's a horizon on a flat surface, guys. Bottom up obstruction, demonstrating what STST said is impossible on a flat Earth. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's really idiotic when they come and give that nonsense, because it clearly shows it's not nonsense when they say you can't have a horizon on a flat Earth. Thank you very much, PJ, for your £2 super chat. Says STST should go back to school. I think he should just be honest with himself and change his name to C-Class Speak-Class. And I'm going to want him to back his claim up where he said, I've called it an infinite plane, because anybody knows I've never ever claimed it to be infinite plane.
By the way, I got my year star. Look, I'm on the orange.
Have you got one?
Yeah, I've got an orange star now. I've been here a year.
Yay! Can you believe it? A year already.
Yeah.
Insane.
Mad, isn't it? It's crazy.
I also love how that moderator tells me I'm ad homing him when I'm literally giving a statement of fact.
Right. That other moderator just white knighted. Michael said a few things and all that. Look, let Flats talk and stuff. But that moderator, the other moderator, was terrible. He was just all for the dude, for STST disease.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, even McToon says he knows I'm not an infinite planar.
Exactly, infinite planar.
So yeah,
who in the right mind would be.
Unfortunately, the thing is, you do get people that claim that, but claiming I've said that because I shared someone's video that literally I'm trying to make a point about the moon being out of the horizon doesn't mean I'm claiming an infinite plane.
Well, Arwen believes it's like a Pac-Man thing, doesn't he? You go off one side and you come back on the other. You know what I mean? I don't know if you class that as infinite plane, but yeah, that's crazy. Crazy thought.
More like a perpetual loop.
Aye. No, so I haven't seen Alibi for ages. The last time I think I seen him was in Brandon's. You used to go to Brandon's, didn't you, Alibi?
Yeah, you used to, I think. Yeah, Alibi. I still remember the first time I went on Brandon's. I think Alibi was in there, and we were talking about what space could be.
That's it. I like Alibi, man.
Alibi rocks.
He's a Scotsman too. Hey, the only Scotsman we don't like is Del Boy.
Okay, so I'm gonna save night, guys.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Get some sleep in for work, and then recuperation for tomorrow night's debate. Because at least with McToon, I actually have a bit of a debate, unlike with STST.
Aye. Right. Right, cool. But good night. Ali B, yeah, I thought so, Ali. Thought so.
Notice, McToon, those people you got on your list for the infinite planers, Flat Earth Millionaire, Santos, and Flat Earth Dave, IPS, they are all people we call shills. Weird how that works.
You call Santos a shill too?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't call him a shill. I'll just say he's weird.
Oh yeah, okay. That can be a discussion.
Alibi says Del is all right. He's all right. He was all right until he started going on about.
He's passionate.
I'm not convinced that he's not a shill because he's on video with shills.
Yeah.
Well,
but anyway,
I must say that he's very, very passionate.
Oh boy.
Santos.
Yeah.
And
good night, everybody.
And he does, what is it called? He does, he calls out a lot of names that need to be called out. That's an important thing.
Okay.
It's moving because it's moving.
It's moving because it's moving. You're just retarded.
So, where's it moving from, and where's it moving to?
No, that's just a straw man. I've never said it's accelerating. While I'm talking about an accelerating Earth.
While sat inside an accelerating car.
Exactly.
It's insane. Anyway, thanks all for coming. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow night. Have an awesome evening further. Many, many blessings. May the push with you. And for the Globies, pay attention to my outro now because it shows flat.
The first day. The first day.
Is the Earth flat or round? It's flat. It's flat.
So tell me, Neil, is the Earth flat?
That Dave had his ass handed to him before the debate, anyway.
Oh yeah,
the Earth is flat.
That's why I just laughed when you were talking to him. I was like, what?
The Earth is flat.
What are some of the easiest ways to prove that the Earth is flat?
You twat were in chat though before.
Hard thing for me to even start talking about because there are so many proofs that the Earth is flat.
He couldn't even speak. He had a few words. He could speak a few words.
Busted Irishman saying can't speak English.
That's a hard thing for me to even start talking about.
It's like, I know, I've said it before, Michael's got an accent, but he speaks old English.